on a Friday morning. If you're a young man, analyze the circle of friends you have. Ask yourself, if these gentlemen or these women cannot help me make money, or you cannot help each other make money, discard them. Get a new circle of friends.
If it is only go, let's go and drink on Friday night and go.
No, then you need to change your circle. No. They won't help you go anywhere. These days, I've come to understand that somebody made a point that if your circle of friends in your time of need cannot put together 50,000 for you, change your friends. You are not adding anything to your life.
That is true.
Let's say you chop hot, and boys don't go feed sort 5K, 10K, to get 50K from your circle of friends. Discard them. They will not help you. Or you are a group of friends and you are not helping each other make money. Throw them away. Look, right now, money, there's a Ray. Immortal and Gary have this thing they say all the time. And Immortal and Fence with Tahir. They say that in this life, make money.
Yes.
Because the world is very cruel to poor people.
I'm telling you.
So make money. Somebody will ask, how much money? I don't know. But you see, make sure that at a certain point in your life, you can easily take care of your basics.
Simple.
You can easily take care of your basics. As for the big ticket items, they are big ticket items. But we should all strive to get to a point where what we'll eat, what we'll drink, what our families will eat and drink and wear shouldn't be a headache. Yeah. When there's a health problem, you can solve, let's say, 80% of them. Of course, because some health problems are big. But I'm talking about simple ones. Yeah. So if you are listening to me, that should be your ambition. Strive so hard that you can make so much money that the basics, let's say you day house, you are there, ECG strikes, they damage your TV. You should work so hard that when ECG damages your TV, you can quickly leave your house and go and bring another one. Or they damage your fridge, you can easily go and buy another one. That is the thing.
Make money. We have to make money.
I'm telling you.
When we are traveling and we have to board flights, and they are mentioning the zones. You look at your tickets. The zones. When they call business class,
you have to also go.
When they call business class, they are going. Then you are waiting for zone 6. Zone 5 and 6. Hey, Nathan.
We have to strive so that when they mention business
call zone
class,
1, zone 2.
Before they get to 6.
Then they go 3, 4. Then they go 5 and 6.
We have to work hard so that when they mention business class,
enter there, no leg room, you can't even turn, you can't. No, you have money. But somebody will come and tell me that, but it's the same plane we are all sitting in. No.
There's a difference. Anyway, so the Black Princesses are playing this morning. We'll bring you updates on the princesses and how they are faring this morning. But wait, why is the other room dark? Is it cloudy outside?
It's about
to rain. Hey!
It's raining.
Yeah?
It's going to rain.
Hey, the weather should be careful.
I don't like it when it rains these days.
Charlie, Charlie, let's pray. Young guys, when it rains, problem. You know that it will, if you don't like those ones. Yes. Anyway, 7:46. You can send your comments in 054-257-1061. 7:46. This is the Sporty breakfast. I open the phone lines. I'm coming to open the phone lines till 8. Okay. So 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Just call anything on your mind. Is it the Super Clash, Ghana Premier League, Black Princesses, the Black Star squad for the friendlies? What are your own thoughts on that? The squad will be out hopefully today or through the weekend. And then there's Man City versus Liverpool, I believe, in the Premier League. What are you expecting in Spain? What are you expecting Italy? What are you expecting? So give me a call, 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. You can equally send me a WhatsApp message as well. There's another big game in England this weekend. It is Tottenham Hotspur hosting Manchester United tomorrow at 12:30. You can send me your comments as well. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Lisa.
Yes, good morning.
This is Atu.
Yes, Atul, how are you doing?
Oh, by His grace and you.
Yes, we are fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
Please, is Raymond around?
Yes, Raymond is here.
Okay, can I ask both of you a question?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
a question.
Uh-huh.
Nathan, I guess you know Benz, isn't it?
Yeah.
GLE 53.
Sorry?
Benz GLE 53.
Benz GLE 63.
Yeah.
Yes, 53.
5'3".
And Toyota Camry. Yes.
Yes, okay.
If they put the two down, which one will you pick?
That's an interesting question. Which one will I pick?
Me, I like Benz.
Yes, I am asking for a reason.
You're asking for a
You
reason.
answer me, then I'll move on.
Me, I like
Yes.
Benz.
Ray, you like Benz?
Yes.
Okay, will I choose a Benz? I'm caught between choosing functionality and a nice
My
car.
brother, choose Benz and let's go.
Okay, Atu, please go ahead. I want to understand why that question.
You know something about Ghana Premier League? Our authorities are rather killing the games and not supporters in general. Do you know the reason why I'm saying that?
Why?
Do you remember when the league features came out? Kotoko and Hearts were supposed to be played on the pitch.
Yes, it was week 5. Yes, initially it was week 5.
Week 5. Then they moved it to week 9, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That Sunday, Liverpool and City are playing. Hearts and Kotoko are playing. Look at the time. Look at the schedule.
Okay.
You know the reason why I'm asking this?
Okay, I'm listening.
Listen, this generation, right? Those who are born from the 2000 coming, they are not interested in Ghana Premier League. Investors. So if you want to pull crowd to the stadium, why should you schedule it at the same time, both like 4:30? No, the young guys will go and watch the Manchester City one.
Okay.
Somebody like me, I will not waste my time to go to the stadium. I would rather go and watch Liverpool and City play. My team, Liverpool, a team that will give me comfort. Then I'll waste my time, pick a car all the way and come and watch it. No, I wouldn't do that. So when they are scheduling things, you want to full crowd. You want people to patronize it. Why should you schedule it at the same time?
Okay. Fair point.
So you see where I'm coming from?
Fair point. Yeah, I get you.
Because the Benz is then I'll go and pick a Toyota Camry. No, it will never happen. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Solid machine.
What? The GLE.
Oh, yeah.
The GLE.
One of my adventures.
Where I think when I went to one of the Ubers I used was a GLE.
Oh, my brother.
I couldn't believe it. Ray.
Oh, you da.
Where? No.
You see, Nathan, it is only here that you see we are used to Uber that is a smoker. Both that is a smoker.
But in the Western world, I launch
Q6 Uber.
Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I know Bill McCarthy here.
All right, please go ahead.
See, the big cars for Uber thing you guys are talking about. Here we can't buy fuel.
That's why we won't bring big cars to do online driving. I see. Ride hailing.
We can't buy fuel here. That is a problem.
Well, that is true.
Yeah. Now the Premier League. You see, this is what we always talk about. These people are not studying the English schedules, the big matches, and then reschedule hours to favor us. You see, it's supposed to go and favor us. Here in a situation whereby this weekend there are big matches. Liverpool match is on almost the same time.
Oh, it's actually 30 minutes after the Hearts Kotoko game starts.
You said?
I'm saying the Liverpool match is 30 minutes after Hearts and Kotoko starts because the Super Clash is 4 o'clock.
But yes, I said it's almost the same time. How many people will go and watch Hearts and Kotoko and leave quickly to go and watch that match? No. You know, boys will sit down, relax, drink something, and wait for the match. You know, the encomiums around the Liverpool matches before the time itself.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So nobody will just come and hustle in Accra Sports Stadium and then finish. By the time you get to your destination to sit down, relax, and watch the match has started and it's ongoing. And the preview of the matches is the issue. You understand? We sit down, we listen to Gary Neville, his nonsense, his words, those kind of words. We listen to it and we watch what happened on the field. You understand? Amorim and his tactics, they look at it, they study. All those things make the game interesting. And you put this match right before that match. Who is going to come to the stadium and watch our biggest match of the season? One of the biggest match of the season. You see, we're always doing things that will go against us. Meanwhile, these people come out. These people bring their timetable, their schedules all the way before ours. So why can't we just look at it and then make sure that we at least for few matches we can reschedule it into our favor? Listen, if you get my point.
I do get your point. I do get your point.
At least Hata Kotoko, it's the biggest, it's our El Clasico. You understand? So you schedule and then make sure that it doesn't coincide with any other match, big match in Europe.
That's true.
There is a way to go about it. And this is Accra House of Folk, their home match. They are also not doing anything in terms of trying to talk to the FA about it long ago, to reschedule it, to favor them, to make some money from the proceeds. They are just sitting there. This is what we spoke about a few days ago, that the clubs are not thinking about how to make money out of the box, how to make money for the club. You want the FA to look for sponsorship for you. These are some of the things. They have scheduled your match. I mean, they say almost the same time with Liverpool and City match, which is one of the biggest matches that everybody will want to watch. You are sitting down. You couldn't talk them out or draw their attention for them to reschedule it, for you to make some few profits. Now you go and bring 200 CDs, 500 CDs. Who comes to pay that money to watch that match? Who's coming to pay 500 to watch Heart and Kotoko? Today, when Liverpool is playing with 30 CDs, I can sit down and have some chilled bottle in addition. They won't listen. I think we are just crying more than they bereaved. Let's have a nice day. And once again, sorry for 3 days today.
Oh, that's fine.
I think I went overboard. So much.
That's okay.
So much
I always say that when we express those emotions, they just show that we care, right? It's the fact that we care. So the emotions will come out a certain way, but that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. We go again. Honorable, have a good day. I'm sure you're on your way to work.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Okay, all right. Take care then. Yeah. Say hi to your little girl for me.
Nice day. Thank you. Yeah. This morning he was jamming to the tune, so he was just nodding the head. Every Friday is our jamming morning, though. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good day. 7:55. I almost said 8:55. No, it's not 8:55. It's rather 8:55 in Benin. That's why the Black Princesses are playing at 10 a.m. Benin time. It's 9 a.m. in Ghana. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Paul.
Yes. Good morning.
Please, I've just been here, Castle.
Okay. All right. Please go ahead.
Okay. Please, I want to share my thoughts. Concerning the Super Clash. Honestly, I don't think the English Premier League is the only league in the world. And there's a reason why you are bringing the Premier League into context, because they sat down and they've done their work well. If, let's say, there's a Belgrade derby going on in Serbia, if Red Star Belgrade and Partizan Belgrade are playing, trust me, nobody under any circumstances would sit somewhere and say that Liverpool is playing Man City or Manchester is playing Chelsea, or there's any clash somewhere, so they should reschedule the match. No. You understand?
Yeah.
If you should run a survey in Ghana here, the number of Heart of Folk fans, proportionate to Kumasi and Kotoko fans, as against the number of Man City fans and the number of Liverpool fans here, you realize that it is no much. You understand? So it's just a matter of we sitting down and giving people the reason for coming to our stadium. You understand? What are the other experiences that people will get when they come to the stadium in terms of security, everything? You understand?
Yeah.
All these people managing the clubs, if you look at their profile, and I'm a Heart of Folk fan, so sometimes go online, I check their annual financial reports and all that. And sometimes the things that I see there, if you should equate it to the caliber of people that they have on the board. I mean, these are well-to-do people. These are people who have done so much for themselves. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a reason why, upon all the work in the world, it was the House of Folk work that they wanted to do.
Okay.
Not because of anything, but because they have something for it.
Yeah.
And if you should go deep down to their history, you realize that they've been part of the club since. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So please, they should do their things well.
Okay.
If it is the marketing team that they beef up to make the team more attractive.
So you are speaking. So you are speaking at the level of the individual clubs, what they must do to raise their profile and get more people to follow them.
Yes, because they have stories to tell. They have personal stories to tell. Accra House of Hope. So if they should do their things well, marketing wise, and they should leave the technical, things for the technical men. Under no circumstances should those in the administrative position be conflicting in the work of the technical men. It doesn't happen like that. They should just decentralize everything and think everybody is just in their work. And for the supporters as well, I think we haven't been fair to the clubs, you understand? Because it's a total problem. The administrators are doing their bit. And if we, the supporters, we are also giving 20% of what the administrators are doing, trust me, like things will be better than we are experiencing right now. So we should look into our books and think about what we, the supporters, we are doing for the clubs. Do you understand? Because at our House of Folk, you can't even quantify their supporters, because they should bring in a policy that all supporters should on board so that they will know the value of their supporters, the numbers and all that. People doesn't even do it, but people sit in their house and say, I'm a House of Folk fan, I'm this one. On what days? You are here, you are supporting Liverpool. You sign up onto their apps and all that. And when you are doing your birthday, they send you birthday presents and they send you happy birthdays and all that.
I see.
Do you understand? So
that's true. I mean, that's a very interesting point. It cuts both ways. The clubs will have to do their bits. The supporters will have to do their bits as well. Very, very interesting point. Thank you so much for this point. I like the point. It's a very, very, very strong point. Thank you so much. All right, it's 8 on the dot. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. All right, let me take one call and then we can proceed. The call has come through on the other line. They are one of 3 people who called that line. One person has already called, so it's one of 2. Hello, is it Michael?
Mr. Kwao. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael. How are you doing?
Ade. Mr. Raymond Yamado.
Yes, sir.
They around.
Raymond, they around.
Yeah,
I miss you. Yesterday, now I listened to some SFV. I see the profile. I mean, you can fire they like police and bribe.
Hey. Michael, I beg you.
Michael,
I know if you repeat what you talk.
Michael, repeat what you talk, man.
Hey, Ray, you say you go get problem.
You then fire the thing like Beef and Gary.
He changed on.
I know what's the problem. Mr. Raymond Yamado, we miss you, pa.
I'm back.
Now boys they talk shit and you can't take money when you run. Hey, shut up. Let me stop that thing for you. You don't go anywhere. You there like 5 years.
Yes, I did.
Charlie. So Nathan, you see boys talk, but what they talk be true, pa. You see this country, we know the money things proper. Put it together at 4:30.
Hello, Michael. The line's. Hello, Michael. I didn't hear you now. Yeah, I didn't hear you now.
I say Liverpool and City gets match 4:30. You go fix your match around that same time. How many viewers will we get? The match and Kasana, we know the watch. Then you for schedule your time so say boys will come watching. See like how you go fix the time. During about say last week coming, you watch the Raja and Wak match now.
I've seen
the people with them.
Yeah, I've seen excerpts. Yeah.
Ambulance, then fire service, Self-Crackdown Stadium. You see the firecrackers when they go on for the stadium there. You check Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns, the Mamachino.
Yeah.
So from Monday up to up the promotion. What do you do give this match? This is one version. They will call them Ghana's version of El Clasico. Are they lie?
Yep.
So what have we done? What be the promotion? What are we doing? So now I guess on my JBC, why say like the match Nankasa, you know, go start like 7 days. Then like during 4:30, you go fix some giant screen, be make people watch the Liverpool match. So you go entice people, make them come stadium. Then 30 minutes, you go start one match. So people go fit troop inside and come watch this game. What about that idea?
Yeah, that be true, because what you want is to drive traffic and make sure that the match is the center of attention.
Yes. Then you go do something basa. People will go come. This match, if you get 10,000 per Charlie, the debate. Now they tell you, it's not 10,000. You debate. Because I don't know. Then some people go talk, say the midnight disaster. They say make no. I'll be president. My president can they play on like evening time.
Yep.
Sometimes 6 p.m. they start the match. At least sometimes people do the back of car. But even crap when you crap cry, this is a free date answer. You can find SS for no more percent when you your baby bands and say the mother be failing. So like promotion beyond so won't say the phone your clubs and so on. You're not normal radio talk. You better 1, better 3, better 4. Well, suddenly come on. We know they do that in again. Yes, I was someone for proper promotion in Bra. Hey, now I go fix him. I go fix match Man City in Liverpool. But me, a day a Blukuma. Hey, make a drive, come across for stadium. Oh, boss, you already because Liverpool needs to be make me out Nasi. It will see in my face. Into then I'll be here because okay. Liverpool match me nhwe na meba okay enya mombra you be fix giant screen you be share match now e be allow me am so makọ because me two like me nya we Africa me nya we Africa but me nya hwe no say you fixing match no na say match week na you be bo Hasen Kotoko baby the Saturday now for the yeti phobia arise Asanti Kotoko say Sunday match we abo biakosi we later we oh massa munja no mu ye no Saturday line you come you see I was looking at Sundowns Orlando Pirates match
yeah
people with this
the South Africa they go watch game and it's deliberate like Omayama. You know they yeah you are inspired.
I quarter. So last night they talk say we guys like this man Ghana Premier League ni free so I'm check you I'm 9 years but no fan show me na dey and the young part there they say the Liverpool ni Barca na fire move on it that right.
Well I get you how can I understand
because here there you see a free mu it say no fan show kwara no mo fi CCS ban KG4 no no mo ni free Man City ni Barca na so because we share other leagues out to say young guys, young boys, who are the man to go school and it's not the stadium. The papa the naba. The mama the naba. But any and can in Timona was a money be nanka attract him overboard. Nanka you need option said that I was searching snatch yanko, but still not it's linear manner and mugusu. And when you do the same thing every day, you get the same results every day.
That's true.
If you are strong, clubs no so can, FA so can. Adiwe and Kadiwe on Casa, some much in a was and come fan selling and come fan sponsorship. Nankabus is to be a charge, a higher core, higher yellow, be a core into cause a Massa Branabas sponsor, all the videos we had share in the company be a only option or best sponsor. But Obama said, stadium more 5,000 or no fans you can measure 5,000. Movies or was
all right, Michael, thank you so much. All right, final caller and then we proceed. Coach Sefa is in the building. Hello. Emmanuel, it's okay. What have you got to tell us this morning?
Yes, sir. Oh, Charlie, I miss you.
I miss you guys, man. I'm back.
Hey, Charlie, what do you for the Yankee?
When you come Sporty FM, we go see him.
Charlie, something for the boys.
Emmanuel.
You go collect the money.
You go collect what?
I'll go take him.
You go collect the pound.
Oh yeah.
I'll go collect.
Every time I say we go collect. We go collect. We go collect. I'm easy, cry.
See, later. See, Accra the folk are not making use of Shatawale in this in Accra here.
Oh, why?
They are not making use of Shatawale in Accra here. Charlie, we get Shatawale coming to West Africa match. Charlie, the massive this crowd this guy will bring. Your keeper be Shatta fan. Your keeper be Shatta fan. See, this are not they don't see. Sometimes you have to use what you tell it. Charlie, just get to Shatawale. Maybe first 15 minutes, you will not perform.
But I think this week, I heard something that Shatawale and Stoneboy will be at the stadium.
Charlie, you know the crowd is full. Even if they come kind of sit on the VIP just where the match is, you know the people who come.
Yeah.
See, across the folk, Charlie, this I don't know the people around the football in Accra. Charlie, this boy are they football-minded people? Later, you talk South Africa then Morocco. Master, that place is that place football. He do for the it's master. Charlie, go to here and Simba a young girl. Tanzania.
In Tanzania.
Simba a younger. Where were these people when I spoke and Kotoko were online? Like, where were they? Simba a younger. Where were they? Now, 80,000 capacity. It is full for Simba Younger. What are we doing here? Chuluma, so.
Emmanuel, all right. Let's
It's a wet morning.
Anyway, stay safe wherever you are, Emmanuel.
It's a wet morning.
All right, 10 minutes after, we'll put a pause on the calls for now. Let's get into talk of the Ghana Premier League. As I said, it's a very interesting weekend in the Ghana Premier League. The Super Clash is happening, but it's not the only big game. The other big game is Aduana taking on Mediama, top of the table. Raymond says that's the proper big game because they are top of the table. Anyway, Ebenezer Sefa is in studio with us.
Coach agrees. Coach,
good morning. How are you doing?
Good, Nathan. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. The last time we met was at the Unity Cup.
At Brentford.
we are Brentford. We're sorting
G-Tech.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I met him at the Black Stars Team Hotel. I didn't see him at the G-Tech. He was there, but I didn't see him. Anyway, the full list of games. Vision FC taking on 11 Wonders today. Tomorrow, Aduana Mediama, Heart of Lions, Brekum Chelsea, Holy Stars versus Gold Stars, Karela taking on Dreams, Samatex versus Swedru All Blacks, Young Apostles. Okay, so the Vision game is tomorrow. So the game's on Sunday.
Nations and Hohoi.
Nations and Hohoi, they are playing tomorrow. And then you have Asante Kotoko taking on.
They're playing today.
Today, Friday. Yeah. Nations Hohoi, Friday. Saturday, there's only one game. Let me say it properly. Vision and 11 Wonders.
No, Saturday, Adriana is playing with Mediama. That's live on TV.
That's on TV on Saturday.
Yes,
what's happening? My schedule says something else. No, okay, so it's Saturday 3:30. Adriana and Mediama, and then Vision and 11 Wonders. Yes. So those are the two games. And then on Sunday you have the rest of the games, right? Heart of Lions and Chelsea, Holy Stars and Gold Stars, Karela Dreams, Samatex and All Blacks, and then Young Apostles, Bechim, and then Heart of Oak and Asante Kotoko. In the Super Clash. Before we get into that, Coach, so between last week and this week, a few things have happened. One, 11 Wonders have changed their coach. They brought in Coach Sapon, my former PE teacher back in Accra Academy. Shapiro, as he's called.
80-year-old Shapiro.
They brought in, I don't know why they've brought Shapiro, but anyway. And then you had Frimpong Manso going to Gold Stars. His first game.
He went to
Nations. Nations.
From
Gold Stars to Nations. Sorry, Charlie. His first game was Friday.
Episode 2 to Bechem United.
He's the coach, yes, at Nations. Who? Shapiro. Oh, Charlie. Shapiro, I don't know whether he's still the same old Shapiro because do you know why we used to call him Shapiro?
No.
He had this thing he used to do like, well, so yeah, I'm about to assume sharp.
Okay.
So we went from Sharp to Shapiro and then they didn't like it. So the boys shortened the name. When he enters the assembly hall, we say, shh.
do you remember his
He slapped me up.
Yes, that at Koko.
Oh, yeah.
So that slapped me.
Share. Your man there, if you joke.
He slapped me up.
Ask Asamajan his stories with Shapiro. The way he used to tension, Shapiro too won't allow him to do his things. Sharp was a hard guy. I don't know whether he has
sobered. Because of the slap.
I also my boss.
I'm a coach. Now we know why he touched me up. Sharp.
Anyway.
No, but Nathan, you see, on that appointment itself, you see, look, if you're a serious Premier League club, and I don't mince words, by this time, if your club's fortunes are dwindling, you don't bring in Shapiro. Not at this time. Not at this time.
You don't think?
Oh, come on.
You don't think that they should appoint Shapiro?
Oh, if you're a serious football club, you want to avoid relegation. You want to possibly be close to the top teams. Come on, Shapiro by this time.
Anyway, coach, I'm sure you wanted to say something. I wanted your thoughts on one, that appointment, and two, Frimpong Manso's first game with Nations. I watched that game. I was home. I was very eager to watch that, so I watched that game, Bechem and Nations, and. No wonder Bechem have sacked Stephen Desmond Botry. Yeah. I've seen them play twice this season. And
that's Bechem, right?
Yes, Bechem, yeah. And all the times I have watched them, they've looked really blunt. They've not had any attacking sharpness. They struggle to break teams down. And you could just tell that the end was coming.
Well, you see, when it comes to Bechem United, it is Okanse Mingle. He was with the team from Division 1 to Premier. They went to Division 1. He brought them back. He's been with them for years. So they have a system, a philosophy. And before a game, when you interview him, you tell them, look, I'm going for the 3-5-2.
Okay.
And he will give you Kufuor and Kofi Agbesima. That is Aaron Isel, who's now in Scotland, now in the US. And then this young chap on the right, I've forgotten his name, I'll just get his name. We have... Francis Training in Milford, Abdul Karim that is in Hasselhoff today. Emmanuel Avognon, I think he's in one of the countries. Emmanuel Avognon, Augustine Okra, and then Hafiz Konkone will be on top. So the system was there. And normally they don't buy big players from big teams. They promote players from their Division 2 side. They have a Division 2 side. Okay. That is where they went to Sampa to get Kwabena. Prince Kwabena Edu Kwabena that we are told is invited to the Blasters. 2020-21, he was invited to the Blasters.
Okay, yeah.
So Bechem has got a system. And I remember when August Luka left Commercial Kotoko, he and other two players, Steven Samoa and the rest, Kotoko loaned them to Bechem. So Bechem had a system. So if Mingle is going, remember they brought in this and U15 coach when they played the tournament here in
what's his name? Danso, yes. Kweku Danso.
So he also have the same kind of idea and the system. He believes in that. Yeah. But bringing in Botry means probably he has been with Liberty Professionals some years back. So they thought. So Bechem's system, as you said, 2 games, and there was nothing to show on the field of play. The game against Nations, that was Frimpong Manso's first game. He has had 3 training sessions with them. So tactically, look, let me pack the bag. Catch them on a break. Let me use Emmanuel Anon. Currently, for me, he's the best on the scene today. The only player that has scored hat-trick in the Ghana Premier League. And a former player of Bechem. And you saw how they were handling him. So, let me be defensive and then catch them on the break. So, and today, Bechem is still using Augustine Okra for almost 80 minutes. without the ball, he's not part of the team.
Yeah.
Yes, when it comes to set pieces, he will give it to you. 1v1, he's got the pace, he'll give it to you. Apart from that, that's it. So you ask yourself, what kind of game plan was Bichim coming in to face Nations?
Yeah.
I mean, out of the games, they've won only 2 games. So I wasn't surprised Bichim was sacked. I wasn't surprised. So I agree with you, Bichim is not doing well. But they're going for Coach Emisa.
Yeah, they brought in Kabne Emisa.
Yes, they brought him Kabne Emisa. Emisa that I know is a coach who brings teams from Division 1 to Premier. Premier.
Promotion expert.
He's a promotion expert, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Bechem are going to Young Apostles. They are going to Young Apostles. It's
a difficult one for them.
Yeah.
A difficult one for them, if you ask me, because last season, Tijani, the coach for Hoko United, he went to Young Apostles. William Afuakwa, he had issues. He was also a coach there. They had a series of coaches that they left there, but they nearly went to relegation. Yeah. But looking at their pre-season this year, looking at the position on the league log, they are doing very well. Gold Stars has to struggle before they were able to beat them last weekend by a lone goal.
Yeah.
So for me, staying at home and playing Bechem that is struggling, Emisa's first game, I doubt if Bechem will be able to pick even a point from that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Young Apostles are currently 9th on the table. They've won 3, drawn 2, lost 2. They're on 11 points. They've won 3 of their last 5. 3 of their last 5. So that's the 3 straight wins. I remember they beat Holy Stars, beat Wonders, then beat Dreams, and then they've drawn and lost in their last 2. So there will be a tough assignment for Bechem this weekend. Nations are at home. Frimpong Manso's first home game.
Yes, I heard him talking about it is coming home. But the day I heard it is coming home, it never came home. You remember?
Yeah.
It is coming home. And it eventually went to Rome.
It went to Rome.
So for me, I think that, yes, Frimpong Manso is a very good coach. And he said that he was the manager when Kesme was in the Ghana Premier League. When Dr. Randiabe was the boss. And for me, he said he's coming home. He has gone there to play Nations when he was with
Gold Stars.
Not Gold Stars, I'm talking about Bofakwa.
Bofakwa, okay.
He was on top of the league. Gold Stars did very well, won the league with them, but unfortunately he struggled in the Africa campaign and he was asked to leave the club. First game, 1 point away from home. Nations were struggling under Coach Mengo. Let's face it. For me, they're also a team that don't get big players. They only get young players from the Division 1, the lower tier, and then Mengo will be able to bring them. But a Hoko United team that I watched against Mediema last weekend was a very good start. I mean, their captain Safiano, wonderful player. Yeah. And they play some kind of fine football. Tijani, the head coach, used to be with Unistar Academy. He came to Olympics. He was under Maxwell as assistant at Legon Cities. Has been with Abubakar Watara at Hasselhoff. So he knows what it's about. But it's going to be a difficult one when it comes to Abrankese. I know it's on fire. And Evans, Safo in Melford is very solid. Of course, Kofor is not doing bad. But Oko Greatman, formerly of Olympics, and then of course Razak Simpson,
the two of them in defense.
Solid. And for me, I think that it's going to be a difficult one. I mean, a slim win for the Nations in this game. It's going to be a tough one, but both teams are going to score. So if I say a slim win, either a 2-1 or 3-2 scoreline in this particular game, that's probably this is going to happen this afternoon.
Well, I saw how I play on so I've seen 2 or 3 of their games. The opening game, what they played Hearts of Oak, that was a very disciplined performance that day. I think if they were a little adventurous, they probably could have won that game on the road. But well,
you see, in that game, they were very cautious because Hearts of Oak had done very well in the top 4. Looking at Hearts of Oak, Rafael Amponsa, Abdul Karim, we talk of George Paco. And the rest in Medford. I mean, House of Folk were doing Kakari was form, and look at the back line. The improved player in House of Folk setup is the right back. So you could clearly see that they came in with a game plan. Let's sit back, let's frustrate House of Folk, catch them on a break, and it did work for them. As I said, if they are taking their last opportunity,
they could have won that game. They could have won that game.
So for me, I think that it's never going to be an easy game for Nations, though I said they stand a chance of winning this game, but we are really going to enjoy the game. Well, because the pitch is good.
Oh yeah, I mean, Abrankese, the place is nice. And Hohoi, once the surface is good,
they will give you a good football.
They'll play.
Look at their game against Mediema. It was raining, the pitch was fantastic, and look at how they scored their goal, and how Mediema came back, end-to-end action. And for me, this is where I urge the national team coaches should be able to look at the players, their technical and tactical approach to games, and how their mentality when it comes to difficult situations. Week 8, and look at what we are witnessing. It's very good. I think it's much better than last season.
It was. You talk about Mediama. I think Raymond calls it the top liner. They go to Adriana. Adriana over the weekend went to the top of the table. I didn't think Adriana would appear in the equation at this point of the season. I imagined Adriana waking up, let's say, halfway through the season when things have settled, because last season wasn't too good for them. So I thought it would take them time to settle. But they've settled fairly quickly. And now they and Mediama seem to be the two teams we will have to keep an eye on in terms of the title challenge.
You know, Nathan, before coach comes in, at the start of the season, when we were having our predictions for teams that would win the league, Godfred Akoto said his choice of league winner would surprise everybody, but he put Adriana FC in there. And he didn't explain why he put them in there, but I think maybe
he probably knew something.
He knew something. Maybe they've done something. I'm sure coach himself would have an idea exactly what they've done to suddenly be talked about as potential title contenders. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I remember when we made that prediction. I didn't foresee Nations experiencing what they did. I had Nations in my top 2 as a team that, because I felt after last season, looking at how close they came, and then they almost imploded, right, with that episode at home and all the confusion, the Basaka episode.
Issue,
I thought they would move on, but I didn't imagine Kasim Mingo struggling and he losing his job. And now it's almost like Frimpong has to catch up now. It's almost like they have to catch up and see what they can do. But coach, your thoughts on this? Adriana, Mediama, the top 2 teams in the league, and they are playing in Doma.
Yeah, if the top 2 teams are playing, obviously it's the big game.
It's not hard.
No, the Haas and Kotoko. I said it yesterday somewhere that look, you can bring the youth team of Asofok and youth team of Kotoko. It's still Haas and Kotoko. We will call it a classical.
Yeah,
it is Haas and Kotoko. Because Asofok and Kotoko, although they are yet to lose a game, what is their position on the league log? We've had Gold Stars winning the league. We had Samates winning the league. We had Asofok and Kotoko here. So if both teams are playing, we just cast our mind back, go back to history, and people will be talking about the days of Shambukwe, Abladi Kuma, Joe Debra, Thomas Boache, Robert Eshen. They'll trick it down to the 2000 squad, and where Kotoko also had his squad. Mascot Kunedu's era and Sika Kono at Asofok. But today, it's a big difference. The clubs are also doing very well. Chuba Aristika said something before I think after the second week. He said that look, people should take time for Adriana. The players are new. If they are able to gel together, we are going to see Adriana. And looking at the signings that they made, let me give thanks to Atapuku. Look, I think they are doing very well. They are doing something that it seems most of the clubs have not seen. When they are playing away from home, they go with about 2 buses of supporters.
Oh, okay.
Yes. For all the way from Doma to Hohoi, and they have about 2 or 3 buses of supporters following them. So the players feel that, look, they have a team that is behind them, whether playing at home or playing away. And looking at their squad, Anochi Bedu has got experience with Bofakwa.
Stephen Anochi Bedu.
Yes, some years back, came to Adriana, traveled and came back. Look at the kind of solidity that he has brought to their back line. If you have Bright Eji on your bench, Sam Adams on your bench, it's just value. Look, Meshach Efriye was with Brekum Chelsea. He was one of the finest young strikers that but because he was somehow not being marketed in the league, Ghana Premier League, your name is going to be mentioned on radio, on TV, people will not get to know you. Abdul Karim came to House of Folk when he played the top 4. People got to know, Karim Onimbo, pow. But people forgotten that he played Bechem and played Nations. The hype. So for me, I think that Meshach is one player that they can have. Emmanuel Mafu, he's scoring wonderful goals for Adriana. He's from DBC.
He has 4 goals.
Sidibe, that came from the bench to score against Dreams FC, is a rejected Mediama player last season.
I see.
And looking at Coach Tanko, he's just lost only 1 game against Karela at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium. For me, he's one of the teams that is playing very good football.
They had a very good preseason. I think they went to Cote d'Ivoire.
They went to Cote d'Ivoire
for their preseason.
And I remember every game that he plays, he sent the video to me to watch, and then later we talk about it. They are doing very well. I mean, they have sponsors. I don't think they have issues. These are a young team. Apart from Mubarak Yusuf, He was experienced in the team. Of course, Felix Che, but he has conceded some 3 goals that I think that it is worrying. The game against Karela at Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Against
what's his name? Dramani Ewa's
goal.
Yeah, his positioning
and
for that goal.
Yes, you see, and then the game against Kwakwa United, the goal that he conceded. So if you want to be on top, you don't concede such goals. I mean, I know there's a list from the Chan team that has got into the FA that his name is in it. But as a goalkeeper, if you begin to concede such goals, people begin to talk about why is he conceding this kind of goals, and he's been at the point people were calling for his name to be in the Black Stars.
Yes,
yeah. If Mediama wants to do well, but it's going to be a tough game in Doma, very difficult game, because Adriana has won 2 away from their away games, beating 11 Wonders and beating Hokoi United at Hokoi Sports Stadium. So for me, it's a tough game. I had a chat with Tanko yesterday, and I think they left last night. I'm sure by now they should be in Doma. It's a difficult task, very, very difficult game. But if the pitch is good for them, then we are going to witness a very good game. But I think that Adriana stands a chance. I watched their game against Dreams FC, and I realized that if you press the Adriana back line, they always leave a gap between their pivot and the centre backs. So if you're able to pick the second balls within that space,
of course,
you are good to go.
Yeah.
But if you allow their 2 strikers, Meshak Free on the left, Emmanuel Mafo probably in the middle, they can punish you, because they are always looking to attack your back line, and that is where I look at him.
So they usually would like to go long.
They don't go long. They try to use the middle. If the middle doesn't work, they go wide.
Okay.
And they also love to play the ball behind the opponent's defense.
Okay.
Meshak is young, Emmanuel Mafo is young.
So which means they like to stretch pull the defense backwards.
And Tanko also wants to play the ball. Emmanuel Owusu, Prince Owusu, and these Owusu guys in the team. Emmanuel Nkrumah, fantastic player. And
solid
they have
midfielder.
Salim Adams, formerly of Edubiasi and Hasofok, also coming into their squad.
Yeah.
He's here to release the kind of game that he gave Hasofok. But I think that these 2 teams are going to give us a tough game. But I think Adriana slightly home advantage. And of course in Ghana we say home advantage. If you understand what I'm talking about. So
I mean, but
it's going to be an interesting game.
But which means that tactically Mediama will have to be very careful on the ball.
Yes.
Meaning that, because you've said it, Emmanuel Owusu and Prince Owusu, they like to get on the ball. Kelvin Nkrumah, they want to get on the ball. They want to play.
Have Salim Adam on top of the attack. Last season he didn't do well, but this time he's scoring.
Yeah.
Kamal Dean as a right wing back is also scoring for them.
Yeah.
Anytime he surges forward, he leaves space at his back. That is why I think Mubarak normally covers him. But if you does that, where you have Mafo and then of course Meshak Free, it's going to be a difficult one.
Mediama have to be very disciplined on the day.
Because they played 4 games at home, and looking at the game against Samates and Dreams FC, I think that they need to up their game. Though they are doing very well. Tanko's second season, he entered in last halfway the season. He did the preseason himself, and for me, he has improved the team. So you realize that fans go to the stadium to watch them. I mean, they are always smiling. I spoke to Moses Pakar and said, "Wow, Tanko, why are they papa?" But if the players don't lift up their game, you know,
they still have. You can tell that even though the team is good, as you said, they are. It's not like they are bad players, but you can find a few weak points in the structure.
Players don't like to improvise.
They like to stick to instructions.
That is my worry. And what are the instructions? Teams get about 7 corner kicks. At the end of the day, one cannot even enter the net. They can get set pieces just at the edge of the penalty area, and then they'll be playing their ball. This player will take the net. They don't have specific players that take their set pieces. You are talking about strikers.
You are giving that. The Bechem Nations game, Bechem had 2 free kicks towards the end of the game. The first one centrally. And that was a very good position. They couldn't take advantage of it.
You ask yourself, whether do they practice? You see,
the next one came from wide, and the defender, he got good contact on the ball, good delivery, but the header was a little wide. That was the only chance, proper chance they had.
Technique in heading.
Yeah.
You understand? Sometimes you do your warm-up, they do headings, and it all comes into play. We talk about strikers in our league are not scoring. I've said it 1,000 times that, look, you don't normally have to rely on striker. At the end of the day, when you go to Europe, Mo Salah is not a striker. Gakpo is not a striker. Ruben Dias is not a striker. Arsenal, Martinelli is not a striker. Bukayo Saka is not a striker. Mbappe is not a striker. Vinicius, they are all scoring. When you go to Barcelona,
the wide men.
Yes, if you have a striker scoring or giving assists, it's perfect. But in our league, if a striker doesn't score a goal, we are looking at a player in Karela scoring about 5 goals at the end of the season. Then you rush to go and bring him because he scored 5 goals. Our striker had 1 goal. But we don't appreciate assists in our league. So sometimes selfishness also comes to play. But in Europe, if a player assists, they mention it.
Yeah.
They give him the credit. But here, if a player assists, no, the one who scored is the one we are going to mention. So selfishness comes to play. Look, I said to Karim Zito that, look, Kotoko have lost Albert Amoah. He's gone. In one of your games, you said you missed him because he was injured. But he's not the only player in Kotoko. Last season, for instance, Peter Amidou Aqua had about 20 opportunities in the league that he missed. He scored how many goals? About 5 or less.
20.
Yes. You can
20 opportunities he should have
all
scored.
the games that I'm telling you.
Wow.
In one game, he can even score 4 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, after 1v1 with a defender, and he can even outwit the defender and score. The technique, how he's going to do it is difficult for them. So why don't you work on your wide area players, players that can get the opportunities, do the finishing very well. So if your striker do not score, and your wide area players or offensive players score, at the end of the season, if you have to get about 40 goals as a team, it's a plus for you as a coach and a team.
That's true.
Their game against Karela, striker didn't score.
Yeah.
Players that score were offensive midfielders.
Yes.
So are you not working?
Yeah.
Will I sit here and say you are not doing anything?
Because think about it, it was the first time Kotoko was scoring 4 in the league. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This season. But last season, the 4 was against Vision FC in Kumasi.
So which means that if your memory is correct, and your memory is very correct, they scored 4 only once.
Only once.
Last season.
Yeah.
And this season they scored 4 once. At least hopefully it's not the end.
You saw the game against WAC in Accra. Peter Amidou Aqua, look at the opportunity that he had. They went to Morocco. He had the same opportunity. So if your midfielders like Jehu was scoring, Seth Kojo is scoring, Saka Dauda is scoring, Peter Amidou Aqua is scoring. Because now Morphin Dozu is not scoring, but giving an assist, it's a plus. House of Folk is having 2 strikers that are scoring. Frank Duku is not bad. Hamza Isa is not bad. Apart from that, who scores again? That day I saw
Paku scored against Gold Stars.
Rashford Mensah also had a free kick that will do something for them. But if they're able to improve these players in terms of putting the ball at the back of the net, when you go to stadium, my brother, you always smile back home with a lot of goals because they create the chances.
So the scoring problem in the Ghana Premier League is simply because you say technique. So players decision making all round. So wrong technique, wrong choice,
and decision making. You see, if you are in the penalty area as a player,
you finish and then I speak to Mo Shaban.
Your focus is to just put the ball at the back of the net. What do you do at training? Building your confidence in the penalty area should be something as a player. Do they practice it? When you watch players with their phones, they'll be watching the Ronaldo's training, they'll be watching Lionel Messi. What they do at training on their own, do you do same? You don't. Typical Ghanaian coaches say that also defensive minded. No, we don't do that. You see, the game should flow. People should go to the stadium and enjoy.
That's true.
Let me be honest with you. I enjoyed the Kotoko Karela game. It's not about how Kotoko dominated, but how they scored the goals. In that game, nobody mentioned Albert Amoah. Just a week that he left, nobody mentioned him. Because you had the goals from players that were playing alongside with him.
And for Kotoko, really, this is their new attack. Peter Amidou Aqua, Seth Kojo, and not
Seth is in middle.
These are the guys. Hubert Joe. These are the guys they now have to depend on.
As played in Kuma Academy just 3 days ago. They scored them by 4 goals to 2. Which players scored the goals? So if you are able to do this at the training,
you should be able to.
You should be able to. At least if you have 3 opportunities and you're able to score 2, you build upon it. We will enjoy the game. We don't need to look. That was why people are calling the Mahatma Utus, the Ahmed Toure's, and all, because they were scoring. At the point, Kotoko had Ahmed Toure, Nathan Samoa, Bene Champon, Yaya Muhammad in a team. Go and check out which players they were using, and they were scoring from all angles. So what has stopped? What has changed? Ghana Premier League is doing well, so I think that the technical handlers also
have to do well. That's true. Mo Shaban is joining us. Mo Shaban is a statistician with the GFA. He likes the numbers part of the game. Mo, good morning. How are you doing?
Good Good morning. I'm fine, and you?
Yes, we are fine. We are fine. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you were here, but I'm sure you've been caught out by the rain. So, Mo, we are going into another weekend of the Premier League. From a numbers perspective, what are we looking at? What should fans expect this weekend? We have two big games, Aduana's home game with Midiama, and then, of course, the super clash at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Well, I know coach is in the studio. My regards to him.
Yes, coach is here.
Yes, sir. A tough one. I am looking at the two coaches who have known each other since 2011, where when Coach Masoud Dramani was the head coach of Kotoko, Abdul Karim Vito was the youth coach of Kotoko. And so one way or the other, they worked together to lift some trophies for Kumasi and Kotoko. So two experienced guys going into the fixture. And one interesting part of it is that for the first time in so many years, Asofok and Kotoko are going to a fixture where both sides are unbeaten in the Premier League, where Kotoko have only 5 matches. Asofok have gotten 8 matches this season, winning 4, drawing 4. Kotoko are also unbeaten with about 3 wins and 2 draws. So obviously a positive one going into the game. And Asofok have scored a total of 8 goals going into the fixture. And the most interesting part is that most of the goals have been scored away. And so most of the goals have been scored away. And that is 5 of the goals. And then 3 of the goals have been scored at home. And so Asofok scoring at home usually is a big problem. And scoring away looks very simple. Against Bekum Chelsea, they managed to score 2 goals. Against Basaka, they scored 2 goals. Against Drew Chelsea, they scored 2 goals away. But then at home, it becomes a challenge where they have 2 goals against the Benny Gold Stars and then also 1 goal against 11 Wonders. And then Kumasi and Kotoko have scored 7 goals. And the 7 goals scored, 6 of the goals scored are at home and 1 of the goals away. So obviously, they are also not too good in terms of scoring away, but I give them the benefit of the doubt because they played only 2 away matches, 0-0 against Nations FC, 1-0 win against Bekum Chelsea. And they are also yet to concede a goal away this season, and that is a positive mark going into the fixture. Now, Coach Abdul Karim Zito, as a coach of Kotoko, has played only 11 league games. So this is going to be his 12th league game as a coach of Kumasi and Kotoko. And interestingly, he's managed 6 wins, 4 draws, 1 defeat. And the only defeat he suffered as a Kotoko head coach is against Vision and Sadeni Ajekweku, the second sports complex, where he lost by 3 goals to 1. But aside that, Kotoko in his first game he played against Ogiana, he won 1-0. He drew against Asofok 0-0, won 4-1 against Dream FC. Drew 0-0 against Gold Stars, 1-3-2 against Midiama, and then lost to Vision FC 3-1, won against Bekum Chelsea, draw against Heart of Lions 0-0, beat Gold Stars 2-0, draw against Nations FC 0-0, won 4-2 against Karela United. So he's had some good results as Kumasi and Kotoko head coach. And Didi Dramani has a total of 8 matches where he's won 4, he's drawn 4 as the coach of Asofok. So a positive one going into the fixture. And interestingly, these 2 coaches are meeting each other for the first time in the Premier League as Asofok head coach Didi and then Kotoko head coach Abdul Karim Zito. And the most interesting part is that Abdul Karim Zito won the first game, that is the President's Cup, by 2 goals to 1. And then the second game, Billy Dramani also won 2-0 against Abdul Karim Zito in the GACA top 4. But there's this analysis I want to break down. You see, the first game played between Didi and Karim Zito was the President Cup. Didi scored 1 and lost by 2 goals to 1. The second game played was GACA top 4. Didi scored 2. So Didi against Kotoko as Asofok head coach has managed to score in each of the matches going into the fixture. For Abdul Karim Zito, he failed to score 1, that is in the GACA top 4. But when it's winning, he gets his 2 goals going into the game, and that is also a positive one. And so it means that the 2 coaches in 2 matches have gotten wins for each side. And so this is the third time they are meeting, and this is the first time they are meeting. How to focus on beating in their last 15 Premier League games. They've won 9, and so that is also an advantage going into the fixture against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And then they've done 6. And so 15 matches unbeaten. And for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they are usually struggling side in terms of away games. Since September 2024, Kotoko have only won a total of 5 away games. And so it is not really too good for Kotoko playing away. And then how to focus at home, they are unbeaten in their last 9 games at home. And so the wins are not coming good, but they've won 4 of the matches and they've drawn 5 of the fixtures as a club going into the fixture against Atofoko. Now, both sides have played each other 118 times in the Premier League. And Atofoko have won 38, Kotoko have won 40, and then 40 have ended in a draw. So in terms of wins, it's for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Okay, you mentioned the numbers. What Hearts have won what 38 times. Kotoko have won 40.
Yes, sir. And 40 have ended in a draw.
And 40 have ended in draws. Okay. So that's an interesting angle. 38 wins for Hearts, 40 wins for Asante Kotoko, 40 have ended in draws. That's quite interesting. Mo, so at least that's some interesting numbers perspective from for the Super 2. The other game or the other big game is Adriana's home game against Midiama in Doma, which I think is a very tasty encounter. The top 2 are going at each other for the right to go to the top or stay on top. Your thoughts on that encounter?
Yes, Adriana have won all their league matches at home this season, and that is the advantage they have going to the picture. Midiama has seen their last 4 away matches. They've lost 10, they've won 1, they've lost 1. Interestingly, the only one win they've had in the last 12 away games was played at the Doma in Crew, where they won 2-0 against Young Apostles, when Young Apostles were playing home away from home. And so that's maybe psychological side. They feel maybe we can go to away and take a point. But they are playing against a side who have been dominant in their last 13 home games. They are unbeaten their last 13 home games, and that is Indiana SC. And then in the last 4 games this season at home, they've won all the fixtures. And so it's really a tough one for them, especially when Midiama SC are not good on the road. And for Indiana, I feel this game is going to be tough, like you mentioned, because we are going to see all attacking game where Henson Aponsa, Misaki Free, and Imano Mapu will be leading the attack for Indiana FC. And then the attack for Midiama FC, we have Kevin Nkrumah, would also be there, Prince Owusu, and then Abdul Salam. It's just going to be an attacking game. But then at Doma, obviously, Indiana FC will have the advantage. They've been very consistent. They've given us some good play. But you can't underrate Midiama. The last away game they played against All United, they managed a 1-1 draw away. And so psychologically, they are also doing something right. The coach, Tanko Ibrahim, has admitted that the side are not good away, but then he's trying to improve his side going forward. But an away game, all attacking game, the team that would take their chances would come out victorious. It doesn't really mean that Adoma and Indiana would win at all costs. It looks like Midiama will go gun blazing with all their attacking force, and so whoever takes their chances right are going to secure the victory.
Just finally, Mo, Bechem United, they've made a change. They've brought in Kobnemisa. His first test is at Young Apostles. Just quick thoughts on that. Bechem going on the road and Kobnemisa and, all of that.
Yes, the coaches are coming. Bechem United, the next team to part with their coach, Desmond Sabotre. For Kobnemisa, this is his first test. A difficult one because we came this season away have been very poor. And even at home, though they've not considered a goal this season, they are struggling to win. They've gone to 1-1 at home. And so 4 games at home, struggling side. Away is not really going well for them. They've not even managed to get secure a victory away this season. They are going to face a Young Apostle side, a team that has improved from their first season last year. A team that looks very compact in terms of their performance, from their goalkeeper, Tuka Mataudi, to their Ganiu Muftao, their centre back, Kuka, their right back, Issa Hussein, their attacker, and then with Wonopoku, their striker. When these guys find their feet, it becomes a problem for opponent. But the last game Young Apostles played at home, it didn't go their way. They drew against the team Chelsea. And that is telling you that teams that have got experience in the league have something to prove whenever they play against Young Apostles. Though Young Apostles started very well, they might not be winning continuously because they have a very young squad. Now, for Betel United, sometimes I struggle to believe that we have a side with Oka, Emmanuel Aban, Darwin Yabua, Foster Sakite, Frank Amankwa, Yahweh Champon, their centre back, Baba Moro Abdullahi. Then they still struggle to pick points. Sometimes it becomes a surprise to me, but I think that they know what is right for them. They change their head to. They want to observe something. They want to see if it is actually a technical challenge. But then let's see how you do. But in terms of experience, we go in for Betel United. In terms of a team that is an improved side this season, it's Young Apostles. Betel United should improve on what they did in their last game. I don't see Young Apostles taking the difference, especially after watching Young Apostles between Chelsea. It looks like if you up your game against Young Apostles, you are likely to pick a point that they will see a sports complex. I see the team trying to go there and cause a surprise.
Quite interesting. We'll see how they start life under Kobnemisa. Thank you, Mo. Thank you so much. We should speak again sometime next week to go over the numbers. I see that you've updated the stats. We need to dive into the numbers. We need to digest the numbers. So we'll do that. If you had to choose one game for somebody to go and watch this weekend, somebody who's never watched a Ghana Premier League game or a Ghana Premier League game in their life, Mo, which one game will you prescribe to them this weekend?
Well, I wish we would all be at Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
For the first time, I've observed the two sides, and it looks like life for life. I wish I was at the studio, life for life. The comparison between two players looks the same. For instance, if you take Kevin O'Shea today, you pick Samba O'Neill, and very improved side. I just want to go and watch how Samba O'Neill will be playing the defense, and then Kevin O'Shea today will also be defending for us. I want to see Hubert Jehu and Hussein Mohammed. Hussein is a good dribbler. He wants to do check-ons. Hubert Jehu wants to give some important and incisive passes. He also wants to shoot from the long range. Then I want to see the battle between him and Benjamin Asare. Maybe he would want to try Benjamin Asare in some occasions going into the picture. And that is an angle I also want to watch. I want to watch Hussein's dazzling movement, his turning, his runs against Kumasa and Chikotoko. I also want to watch Morrison, those who will bring on board, because I can tell you that Kotoko fans are going to watch Morrison, and that if he improves on his performance, they are going to talk about it. If he doesn't, they are going to rate him to Frank Etuga Mbella, Stevie Mukwala JC, and to see if he fits into the foreign-based strikers who have come to play for Kumasa and Chikotoko, and maybe judge him accordingly. Then I want to see the two wing backs of how to cook. Amankwa to the right back, Ransford Mensah the left back. They've all tasted the super class. And then Patrick Esedio and Lord Amwa. These are two wing backs that I really love watching them. And so I want to see what they bring on board. And Papu George of Hartlepool. And then Seth Kojo. I want to see how these two players from the midfield are going to control the game. Honestly, a game to watch. I want to see Mohamed Kamara improve against Hartlepool. For Benjamin Asare, he's played 2 games against Kotoko. He's kept 1 clean sheet in the league. He's considered 1 against Kotoko. Mohamed Kamara is yet to concede against Hartlepool in the Premier League. 2 matches, 2 clean sheets. And so, a game to watch. And it's something I really don't want anybody to miss. I want to see people at the stadium for the first time watching Hartlepool and Kotoko. And I can tell you that after that, you have a story to tell. You have something to say as far as the Ghana Premier League is concerned.
Okay, Mo, thank you so much. Stay safe, take care, and we'll meet at the stadium on Sunday.
Thank you. I'll see you next week in the studio.
All right, we'll meet next week. Thank you so much. Mo Shaban is the statistician of the Ghana Premier League, works with the GFA. He's a keen follower of the league. Your comments are welcome. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. Michael Asaribedu is joining us on the line. Let me get his thoughts too. Michael, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Nathan. I'm good. How about you?
Yes, we are fine. Is it raining in Kumasi? It's raining here.
No. The weather is so clear.
I see. We envy you. Thoughts on the Ghana Premier League match day 8. Two big games. Adriana hosting Media Maya, and then the super clash involving Accra Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko. Your thoughts on these two and maybe any other ones that tickle your fancy?
Well, I think with the Diana Mediama game, what comes to mind is quality football will be assured. If you look at where the two teams are as regards the Ghana Premier League table, it will tell you that they are two of the best performance sides. Diana is top of the table, Mediama following at second, and I think this will give us exactly how competitive the season is when the two teams face off against each other. Diana have made the most of their home games, trust me. And then they are the only side to this season where they've won 4 consecutive games. No other side has been able to achieve this. So it tells you that whatever results that they are getting is matched with the top performance. They have a decent squad to select from. And if you judge by their last game they played against 11 Wonders, you could see that the squad depth played that role in helping them to claim the maximum point. At a point in time when they started the game, they had to make a quick substitution. Their natural left back, Abubakar Adams, was injured. He had to be withdrawn. And guess who came on to replace him? William Denchi. Denchi played for Accra.
Ex-Hearts of Oak.
Premier League. Then moved on to BBNE Gold Stars. And then he joined Mediana Stars just at the start of this season. If you have such a player who is a bench option, certainly it tells of the kind of quality they have at their disposal. They were playing the game against 11 Wonders. Results were not going in their way. They decided to withdraw their very exciting right winger in Henson Amponsa. And guess who they brought on board? It was Bright Ajay. Then there were subsequent changes. They decided to also withdraw Dauda Sidibe, their Burkinabe attacker. And they brought on Charles James Kamara. Bright Ajay has had his name among the top scoring players in the Ghana Premier League for some time now before he had to leave for Tanzania. Charles James Kamara was a league winner at BBNE Gold Stars, and he started games for them. So clearly tells you that the Diana have a deep squad. And Mediama also have an exciting squad. But I think this game will much more be about Diana's home form and the kind of form that they are in. As I mentioned earlier, they've won 4 consecutive games. In their home matches, they've not lost a Ghana Premier League match at home since January 2025, when they were beaten by Samates with a lone goal coming from Solomon Ajay. So they have been able to make their Nana Bedu Park much more of a fortress, and it's a trait of Diana. In fact, when they won the Ghana Premier League for the very first time, it was due to their home dominance. It was difficult for away sides to go there, even score a goal against them. And this time around, they started in similar fashion. They are currently on a 12-game unbeaten run in terms of their home games. But Mediama will draw confidence from the fact that they've been to this venue this season and then they won. Their first league game took place at the Doma and Nana Bedu Park. It was a home game for Young Apostles. By then, the Wenchi Park was not ready. So what the competitions department of the GFA did was that they moved this game from Wenchi to Doma. Mediama went there and they won by 2-0. So familiarity, they know this terrain. And if you've studied how Mediama fares against Diana Stars mostly, there are times where Diana dominates. And whenever Mediama is on form, they actually go to Doma and then they cause an upset. You can look at their 2-2 draw in October 2024. They went to Doma, they secured a 2-2 draw. Again, they went there again somewhere, I think, in 2022, and then they got a 1-1 draw. Whenever they are on form, they actually go there, force the issue, and they're able to escape with a point. So with Mediama, in the current form they are in, I think Ibrahim Tanko can mastermind a result that will help their cause. But I think the favorite is Ediana Stars. They have been dominant at home. They have a solid team. It looks like whatever Sioba Aristika is doing is paying off, and they are getting the results to match the performances that they are delivering. So they are the favorites in this game. But I will not rule Mediama out in terms of going there, forcing the issue, and then getting the results. And they do have the players to do that as well. Their midfield is an exciting department to watch. Fuzitela as a DM, then there are times they play Prince Owusu together with Emmanuel Owusu. When he decides to go with a double pivot, then it is Emmanuel Owusu and Prince Owusu and Fuzitela, and one player would have to settle on the bench. I think Mediama have a decent squad, and they are capable of going to Doma to upset the odds and then get a result there. Then in the other game, the Super Clash, Asante Kotoko versus Accra Asofok. It is Asofok who are playing at home. I think it is interesting for various reasons. And the two teams are entering this game on the back of being the only sides to taste defeat in this season's league. And that makes it exciting and tells of the kind of form the two teams are in. But you would have to give it to Asofok. They have played 8 games. They've not suffered defeat. Kotoko have played 5 and have 3 outstanding games to play. If you look at the opponents they have to face and then the conditions around the games, probably if they have played them, maybe they would have lost one or so. So you give the credit to Accra Asofok. But the concern for us is that they started the season with a certain defensive solidity. But in the last 2 games, they've conceded goals. At home against BBN Gold Stars, they conceded 2. Then last game against Baseke Holy Stars at Ampine in Nzema, they conceded 1 from the penalty spot. I think that is the worrying sign for them. But I still trust in the quality they have at their disposal, especially in defense. In Benjamin Asare, they have arguably the best Ghanaian goalkeeper in the league. And if you are to rank the top 3 performing goalkeepers so far this season, it definitely has his name high in there. And you look at the clean sheet ratio of Benjamin Asare since he joined Asofok, 34 Ghana Premier League matches, 22 clean sheets. He's only conceded 15 goals. It is to tell you that he's absolutely a showstopper in the form of his life. And that is translated even in his Black Stars form. In 6 World Cup qualifying games, he kept 5 clean sheets and conceded just a goal. Certainly, he's a goalkeeper at the peak of his powers. And I think if Asofok will need to get a very good result against Kotoko, especially recording a clean sheet, Benjamin Asare will play a prominent role. But it's not just him. The defensive line, especially the central defenders, you have Ali Mohammed, Kelvin Osesibe. They seem to complement each other perfectly. It is much more like a Puyol and then a Gerard Piqué sort of partnership. The understanding is there, albeit they are just playing together for the first time this season. But they seem to have a certain rapport, and they complement each other so well that whenever they play, they give Hasselhoff some kind of surety in terms of defensive solidity. But even ahead of them, if you play Opon Frane or whoever as the defensive midfielder, they're able to shield their back line, and then they make sure that Hasselhoff do not concede too many quality chances. But the concern for me regarding Haas has to do with their home form. If you look at the home form of Accra Asofok, it doesn't speak good of a team that is contending for the Premier League title. The GPL is a home dominant league. And as I mentioned yesterday, Asofok, in terms of the home matches they've played in, they've played 4. And what they've been able to do as a positive thing is just win 1 home game. And then the other games they've played at home have been draws. It has not been so impressive from the Phobians, and they will need to improve. In their home matches played this season, they drew goalless against Hohoi United. Then they secured a win against 11 Wonders, and it was against an 11 Wonders side that were struggling. Then there was a draw against Heart of Lions, and then the 2-2 draw against BBN Gold Stars. I think if us had improved on their home form, then they would have established a certain gap between themselves and the other teams, and they would have comfortably sat at the top of the Ghana Premier League table. But they will need to improve. And against Asante Kotoko, something needs to give. They need to understand how they would appreciate in terms of their performances at home and then get the needed results. But for Kotoko, they have a decent away record. they have been making sure that they get some impressive results away from home, especially at venues where they would have struggled. Against Nations FC, it is a team that Kotoko have not beaten in the Ghana Premier League ever since they made an entry into the top flight. But this season, they went there to secure a draw, even though the weather conditions ensured that the playing conditions were not favorable to either side. But Kotoko still forced the issue. They secured a draw from there, and they kept a clean sheet. Then against Brecum Chelsea, the Brecum Golden City Park had been a very dreaded grounds for them. In all their encounters there, the best that they could count on in terms of a performance and result was a draw. But they went there this season to win. So in the 2 away games Kotoko has played, they've kept a clean sheet, and then they've not lost. So they are unbeaten. And coming into this game, they'll draw confidence from that, approach us of folk, judging by their home record, and try to see if they can secure a point from this game. The referee for the encounter is Reginald Collins Samoa, and this will be the third Super Clash he would officiate in. Now, the interesting point to note is that in the 2 matches he's officiated in regarding the 2 sides, it has all ended in victories for Asante Kotoko. In the 2023-2024 season, Reginald Collins Samoa was the center referee. The game originally was supposed to take place at the Accra Sports Stadium, but due to the Accra Sports Stadium not being ready, it was moved to the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, and Kotoko won the game by 3-2. It was that game that Stephen Mukwala backed the brace. Isaac Opon scored another goal to help Kotoko to win against us. Then in the President's Cup this year, Reginald Collins Samoa was a center referee. Has took the lead. Kotoko clawed back from a goal down. Then they got a comeback victory, winning the game by 2-1. So in the third game that Reginald Collins Samoa acts as the center referee, will it be a third time win for Asante Kotoko, or this time around, Asafok will hand that hoodoo? And then in terms of games that the 2 teams have played, with Reginald Collins Samoa being the center referee in the Ghana Premier League, it is 4 for Asafok and 4 for Kotoko. In the 4 games he's officiated for Asafok, they've won 2 times, they've drawn 1, and then they've lost the other. And guess what? That defeat was in that game in the 2023-2024 season against Asante Kotoko. Then for Kotoko, he's officiated 4 games. They've won 3 and they've drawn 1. And interestingly, all have been away games.
Okay.
When Kotoko went to Doma to beat Adriana 2-0, Colin Sama was a center referee. When they beat Asofok 3-2, he was the center referee. When they went to Brecum this season to beat Chelsea by 1-0, he was the center referee. The only time they did not win when Colin Sama was the center referee was an away trip to Wenchi, where they drew goalless against Young Apostles. So in 4 games that Reginald Collins Samoa has officiated involving Asante Kotoko, they've won 3 and they've drawn 1. Will that unbeaten streak continue, or Asofok will end it? So if Has beat Kotoko, they will not just end what is a poor away home record or a record that they have against Reginald Collins Samoa. They will be ending a certain streak involving Asante Kotoko and that referee as well. So it makes the game all exciting. And then some fun fact, Collins Samoa is a keyboardist. He plays the keyboard for the ICGC.
Oh, I see.
He also is a wrestling fan. So let's see what happens when he officiates the game.
I see. The man is smooth on the keys. He loves his wrestling. And whenever he handles the games, Asante Kotoko seem to be on the winning side. Quite a coincidence. Michael, what's the flavor like in Kumasi? What are Kotoko fans saying ahead of this game in Accra?
Yeah, the Kotoko fans are very optimistic about their chances. Yesterday you spoke with Alex Menu, and
yes, Alex, yeah.
Yeah, they've been speaking on various media platforms, and the conversation centers on making sure that they have a huge presence in Accra on Sunday, because they believe that House of Folk will come in their numbers, and they also need to double up and make sure that it will not just be the House of Folk fans who will be vociferous. They want their presence to be felt, and then they are eager to just mobilize fans, mobilize themselves, and then travel in bulk all the way from Kumasi to Accra to support their team. But they believe that even in the absence of Albert Tamwa, they have quality enough to at least prevent defeat against Accra as a folk. And when they speak to this, they cite the various departments. There's actually a debate that has started. Let me mention this. I decided against it, but I think it is fair that I do. among the Kodoko fans, they are running a trivia sort of. So they mention one House of Folk player and they compare to a Kodoko player and then they decide to debate around it. The first is Benjamin Asare, Mohamed Kamara. And a lot of, as usual, you know where the Kodoko fans will go in terms of deciding between the two goalkeepers. They believe that if Benjamin Asare is the national goalkeeper, Kamara has also gotten a call-up to the Guinea national team. It tells of his quality. And they feel that in Kamara, they have the best goalkeeper in the Ghana Premier League. And they want it to be demonstrated in the game against Accra Asofok on Sunday. 2, they mentioned that their fullbacks, Lord Amoa and then Patrick Esedu, are better than those at Accra Asofok. Yao Befi, Gideon, they believe that they have a better fullback. Central defense, they mentioned Osesibe and pair him with Sambo O'Neill. And they tell you that in terms of leadership, in terms of overall play, Sambo O'Neill is better than Kelvin Osesibe. In the middle, they've started Hussein Mohamed and then Hubert Jehu. And they draw inspiration from the 2 goals that Jehu scored against Karela United. And also his exploit for Kodoko in the away game they played against Kwara. And then that game they played against Brecum Chelsea. And the influence and impact of Jehu, they feel that he's actually been a more impactful player across board. They did not get an attacker to pair with the House of Folk attackers because Albert Amwa is no longer there. So among the Kodoko fans, they are trying to whip up enthusiasm in their own way on the streets, on media platforms with this debate that they have a better team than Accra House of Folk. I think Sunday will decide, and then we'll see which side has the better team and then which side actually prevails on the day.
Well, interesting thoughts. It's the biggest game on the calendar, and it's happening at the Accra Sports Stadium. We'll see. We'll all see how it goes. Hearts versus Kotoko, 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday. Michael, let me take your thoughts on something. Some of the callers who phoned in earlier all seem to have an issue with the timing of the game. They say that, or they were saying that, why would the FA want to put a game at 4:30 p.m. for it to compete with Man City v Liverpool, which kicks off at 4 p.m. And they're saying that, look, if the FA wants more eyeballs, the game should have been put at a time where nothing else would be in competition with that game. Then the game can get all the attention. Now it has to fight with Man City and Liverpool. And some people think it's an impossible fight, that Hearts versus Kotoko cannot win when Man City and Liverpool are also playing at the same time. Just your thoughts on this assertion that the timing sometimes of league matches does not help to promote and get more people to go watch the league games in Ghana.
Feedback from our listeners, and it shows that they actually do follow our league. This is actually a case I've been raising since then, because I believe that with every condition available being favorable, this Kotoko House game should have been played maybe in the evening, on a Sunday evening. But I don't know the security briefing they got. I don't know the communication they got also from the broadcast right holders in terms of TV, because you would have to look at the scheduling and everything. So maybe the 4 p.m. scheduling favored them. If you've monitored in recent times, the live games have been pushed from 3 p.m. to 3:30. It is because of scheduling issues. From the broadcaster, they said that the TV station that would have to show this game live have some programming. That means that at 3, it will be difficult to do a perfect build-up and then lead us into the game. So they have to rush things. And they believe that rescheduling games to 3:30 offers them enough time to do the discussions and then usher in the live feed, and then they can broadcast the game. So all these factors play a part in influencing the decisions regarding the times that we play our matches. I think ideally, judging by the game available at 4:30 in the English Premier League, it would have been ideal if we played this game in the evening. But then, do we have security concerns regarding that? What about the broadcast right holders? And then other factors that you would have to consider. But I do believe that there needs to be a forum where stakeholders meet, discuss the scheduling, and then the times where our GPL matches are played. There are times where the sun is so scorching enough that it is not just something that affects the players, but even the fans, because a lot of them will not love to come sit in the stadium or the parks where the seating arrangement does not allow for them to be protected or shielded from the direct rays from the sun. These things do happen, especially for the popular stand. not everybody has the financial power to pay for VIP tickets where they will have some kind of comfort. And I can tell you for a fact, in the game Kodoko played against Karela, you just needed to be at the media center. It has a shield. It has some kind of covering. But the intense heat that was felt within that area was so much. And then you compare that to where the stands where it is so open and then the sun is directly shining on anybody that will be there. I think it would deter some people from coming to observe the game, especially for kids, for females. They will think twice about some of these things before coming. And I think it is something that does not work in our favor. Again, can we look at the time? Is it compulsory that we fix every game for 3 p.m.? Can we be a bit innovative about it? Can we look at, maybe for instance, Adriana versus Mediema? It will be a game that will be showed on TV, I understand. So per the TV rights holder, it needs to be at a time where it favors them. But if this game was not going to be on TV, on a typical Saturday, can we play this game like 10 o'clock in the morning, where the people of Doma will be able to attend this game, and then afterwards they will go to their respective funerals?
Yeah, Michael, just as if by clairvoyance, this is exactly what we are discussing off air. And Ebenezer Sefa is here. When we're saying the same thing, he's even making a point that, look, Hohoe United and Sekpando Hearts of Lions, you can play it on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. As you said, Adriana Mediama, you can play it at 10 a.m. and you get people to come and watch.
Exactly, because you need to understand that particular geographical location. At Doma, Saturdays, they are very busy with their social events. And they will come to the stadium, it's understood, but you will get them more to show keen interest because in the early mornings, because they can then attend the game, and then after that, they can attend their funerals and whatever events that they have. And I think 3 p.m. coincides with the exact time where funerals will be held. For instance, most funerals peak in the Akan culture, most funerals peak from after 12 p.m. Let's say from 1, 2. If you go before that, you've gone too early. So if you fix a GPL game around that time, what happens is that the people will be divided in terms of coming to the game for 2 hours and not being able to attend the funeral, or going to the funeral and then reporting for the game late. So you see that the game will start and the stands look a bit empty, but by the time that it ends, you see that the stands are filled. I think we need to actually sit down, dialogue. All the stakeholders would have to come together. The club administrators, the GFA, then the media. We need to come together, sit down, and then arrive at something that works for us. I don't think that it should be a blanket start time for GPL matches, 3 p.m. It can be tied to certain locations. If you go to Takwa, there are peculiar things about Takwa and where and when to fix games. So if Friday fits for Takwa, let's look at that. If Sunday's fit for Takwa, which time on Sunday do these games would these games attract more people to come on board? We can be a bit strategic about it, and I think we'll find solutions that are peculiar to certain games and how to go about it. But if we lump all the games together and say, let's play all of them at 3 p.m., I don't think it helps. Maybe it did help at a time in a time past, but now, as we speak presently, the weather conditions, other factors prevailing, is not really helping our games being played at 3. And I think we need to really reconsider the decision to fix games at this time. We need to improve, and in a bit to improve, we need to listen, we need to engage. And I think that consultation should be done or should be steered by the Ghana Football Association together with the clubs and all the other stakeholders involved. And it would help improve attendance at our match venues. Another thing, I think this was a conversation we were having. Whether we like it or not, yes, we need to embrace and see the betting companies as our partners. Maybe we'll have this conversation at length another time, but I just want to mention it. Of late, the generation of football fans or followers are not really immersed into the game like before. A lot of people watch football for varied interest. Now, a chunk of the football watching population, especially in Ghana, do this because of betting. Now, kids who don't even watch the Serie A will tell you the player who is likely to score a goal for Torino in their next game. They study these statistics because of betting. They want to do everything and know, so they follow the trend. I think in a way of promoting and driving interest in the Ghana Premier League, we need to find some kind of partnership with these betting companies and then see that they can list certain products regarding our Ghana Premier League. So, for instance, in the Super Clash, it will be very difficult for every caller who calls in to give you the exact 11 of Accra Asufuk. Barely do they know these players. But imagine if Asufuk matches have been listed and then anytime goal scorer options have been provided. It will force these investors, quote unquote, to go and research about Asufuk, no players who are scoring goals, no players who are doing well, and they can tell what. So they might not necessarily watch the player on the screens, but they know the player. Knowledge is very powerful, and it should be a tool that should drive promotion and whipping up interest in the Ghana Premier League. I think it is something that we need to seriously consider. Yes, I understand there is an issue of betting that needs to be nipped in the bud regarding the Ghana Premier League. But I also think that the betting syndicates are the enemies and not the online bookmakers. And we need to come together, come to a certain arrangement where we partner with these betting companies. They list our games, they list our products, and then they pay a certain amount of money. So we can benefit economically. We can benefit also in terms of promotions. Because when the league matches are listed and then there are a lot of options to bet on, then the people will show interest in it. Because the betting population is huge and we need to tap into it. If you have, on the average, 5 million Ghanaian youth partaking in sports betting, can't we draw them on board in terms of engaging with these betting partners, betting companies, them listing our games, making sure there are interesting options available for them to bet on? Then it will draw their interest towards the league. So now they will follow. They will monitor the trends. They will look at Adriana Stars matches and know that they have not lost at home since January. So if Adriana are playing at home, the chances of them winning or drawing is high. Then they can invest in it. By this, they have showed interest in the league. And the more they show that interest, then they will follow. None of these youth, maybe a chunk of them, a fraction of them, like 1%, 2%, have traveled to Manchester to watch Manchester United. But week in, week out, they are showing that dying love for the club. It is not like United is doing anything positive. They keep dropping points. They keep disappointing in results. But the youth consistently support them. So I think it is something that we seriously need to consider. Maybe another day we can have this conversation in an elongated form.
Well, we really do. We really do. I say that to understand the Ghana Premier League, I think that the organizers need to understand the unique context in which football is played here, how people think about things, the psychology of the fan and all of that. I think if once they crack that code, they'll now be able to get, figure out how to get more people to watch the games. One caller said that as for this generation, they don't like the Ghana Premier League. So the FA should target the younger ones and sow the seed in them, or else you won't get people watching. I mean, for those of us who watched the league when it was hot and vibrant, we'll still watch it. For us, we might even watch it because of work purposes. But you want to get the casual fan. Coach, you want to get the casual fan to go and watch. And it's important that we get it right, or else we'll produce a generation of Ghanaians who have never gone to watch a league game in Ghana before.
It's about safety.
That's also key.
At the stadium. If
That's
I'm going
also
to
key.
the stadium with my 7-year-old boy, 10-year-old boy to the stadium, he needs to feel comfortable. He needs to feel happy. And also go home and go and tell his younger ones that, look, I was at the stadium with dad and that. But it's not whereby I'll go to the stadium and I'll see fans throwing things at the pitch, the referee, throwing objects onto the pitch, assaulting each other, argument here and there. It happens all right. But if you want to develop and then put it into the kids, as you are saying, for future, we need to have a security at the stadium, make sure that safety is one key. Also have a very good stadium. I mean, at the end of the day, well, you cannot go to a stadium whereby even when you stretch your hand, you can even get to a player and probably try to do something to the player. I believe that there are so many things that we can do that get these young ones to follow our game and then make sure that you have a lot of interest. Now today, the young ones are having interest in the foreign leagues. My boy, 10 years, was telling me Arsenal game, how was the scoreline? He's a Barcelona fan, and I said Barca also drew. He said no. You asked me what do I go to the stadium to do? I said no. it is my job. You know, it's my job. I say, no, I won't. He used a word I can't use. But at the end of the day, I'm trying as much as possible to get him into our local league, so I will be able to know players when he sees their pictures on the screen or something. So for me, I believe that it is time we educate, make sure that we put our stadia into a very good use, and make sure that taking your family to the stadium, you are secure of safety, and at the end of the day, when you go back home, you have it full of smiles. I think that if we do that, we'll get these young ones attached to our game.
Well, very, very important. 9:22. Yeah, Ray, do you want to conclude the conversation?
Coach hasn't, spoken about Shapiro's appointment. I don't know why coach is.
You want to talk about
You've dealt with it.
No,
Shapiro.
Coach hasn't spoken about. No, what he brings to the table and how it's going to benefit.
I wanted to show.
well, I mean,
coach hasn't touched on that subject. So I'm not happy.
11 Wonders. See, 11 Wonders. They are Charlie. They are in a very bad place.
Yeah. So Nathan, 11 Wonders are in a bad
just
place.
read it.
Okay.
It's our Shapiro movement to 11 Wonders. Before then he was the head manager for Kempon Academy.
Academy.
Yes, and reading the story, it's like when they went to Belgium for this major tournament, something happened, and when he came back, he was relieved of his post, and that was why I'm quiet. I don't want to go into it. So Raymond is pushing me to say something.
But I don't know whether I should read this.
No.
I won't read. Okay, you see it.
No, but you see, Nathan. As we speak, 11 Wonders find themselves in a very difficult position.
11 Wonders are 17th.
No, very difficult position.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you want to get results instantly. You want to get back up there. This whole appointment of a manager who really clearly, his best years, I must say, are behind him. I don't know what the objective of the club is. I don't know the vision of the club is. Maybe to maintain their relegation spot. Or
see, the owners of 11 Wonders are the team that were handling Legon cities.
Oh,
so
yes, true. Because they've bought. I remember this.
So I don't know why. My point with one of the officials yesterday was that I felt that they could have played their games at Techiman, because that is where they qualify the team. The fans are there, closer to the team. They are familiar with their home terrain and all that. But now they don't have a home venue. They are yet to establish Legon Sports Stadium as their home venue. So they've been playing away from home. That was why Odati Lamte. You watched the game against Asufu. Wonderful display. I told you about the penalty that the referee.
That you should have had. You're talking about the last 20 minutes.
You see. So for me, I think that was a big mistake by taking the team away from Techiman. They should have stayed there this season. Make sure that you stay in the Ghana Premier League, and then now you can have a proper scouting, getting quality of players, and make sure that you have a plan going into the next season. And then at the end of the day, you appoint a manager who will be in to probably sustain the team in the Ghana Premier League or probably get into the top 4. You understand? So for me,
their decision not to play.
It's one factor.
It's one factor.
The decision of not playing at one venue for your home games is also another factor. This is Ghana Premier League we're talking about. So for me, 7 games, you are yet to win a game, last on the bottom of the table, and Coach Sapon, yes, we all know Shapiro, gone are the days. If you are making him your technical director, I don't have an issue with it.
But you want him to be head coach.
You understand? There are some drills that he needs to practice with you. He needs to demonstrate with you. Football has changed. Yes, he was with Kempon Academy. It's a different ball game altogether. The Shapiro that I know, he's somebody that when it is on the touchline or he's on the field training, he's very, very, very aggressive when it comes to his coach's style and all that. So I don't know what prompted Lagos 11 Wonders to go in for him. But let's see, he's here to play his game. I think he was appointed a day before they played Adriana, where they lost.
Yeah.
So his first game is going to be against Vision.
Vision. Vision.
So let's see what happens. Then probably we'll come back on Monday and then we'll speak about Coach Sapo, whether they made the
right decision or not. Ray, let me give you 11 Wonders matches in November.
Okay.
They play Vision. Sorry, 11 Wonders. They play Vision.
They'll lose.
They play Mediama.
They'll lose.
They play Hohoi.
They'll lose. No, where do they play Hohoi?
23rd.
No, where?
Where they are traveling to Hohoi.
They'll lose.
So they are traveling to Vision, hosting Mediama, traveling to Hohoi, and hosting Dreams. Those are their matches in November.
They'll lose all 4 games.
Hey!
And immediately,
you mean Shapiro?
Coach Sapon will come under the radar will follow him for scrutiny.
Okay. Michael, earlier this week, was it 11 Wonders that you were telling me that their case was beyond physical, tactical, technical, and you were saying that their problems were spiritual? Is Michael on the line? Okay, Michael will join us.
I would agree.
Because coach made a reference to it, that their decision not to play in Techiman. Now, according to Michael Asaribredu, hopefully he joins us back, he's saying that the natives are not happy with that decision.
So the spirit of Techiman is not with them.
But
the team has been sold to.
The team has been sold to the people.
Yes.
So the people are not happy because they were in Premier, they went to Division 1, and now the people came together. I think they had a new owners. They fought hard. They qualified. We saw the playoff here at the
yes,
and they were excited. So the people back home felt that, look, we are back, and now we are going to play and make sure that we stay in the Ghana Premier League. And then they were told that
because even the decision to sign this coach,
okay, relax. Michael Asaribredu is back on the line. Michael, earlier this week you were talking about 11. It was 11 Wonders.
11 Wonders.
Can you? Michael believes that this one is beyond tactical, technical, financial.
Today we believe this one.
No, I'm not saying I believe. No, take it easy.
You must believe. See,
I'm not saying I believe. Okay, hold on.
No, wait. No,
Michael, you tell us. Michael says that the reason is beyond football.
You see Kotoko.
What?
Kotoko as it is. They tell you it is a spiritual club. Kotoko is spirit. Oh, I like. They tell you because of he's there. Because of where the club is coming from. They can't even sell it. So if you are Todd Bowley, coach, you are Todd Bowley and you bring all the money in the world, do not sell Kotoko to you because Kotoko, busum. You understand? It is very good. You understand?
But you can get somebody to run the club.
No. You see, no. What the spirit and soul of the club. If you go and move it, so if you go and move Kotoko, Jonathan, if you go and move Kotoko from Ashanti region,
clearly you are not going to do it.
No, if you move it to Accra, say, oh, let's play.
It won't happen. So it won't happen.
That is how.
11 Wonders.
To 11
okay, well, let's listen to Michael. Michael, explain. Michael, can you? You were saying something this week.
Raymond has summarized it perfectly. So what happened was that at Techiman, there used to be Techiman City, then owned by Mickey Charles. And the 11 Wonders eventually came to the fore as well. Now, they believe that whenever they show some kind of connection with teams that do come from that part of the country, they eventually either the owners show disinterest in the team and they collapse it, or they take the club outside Techiman. The reality is, even if 11 Wonders had agreed to still play games in Techiman, they wouldn't have been able to because there is no approved venue at Techiman that is fit enough to host the Ghana Premier League. So it means they would have still played outside Techiman. But what the people are aggrieved by has to do with the betrayal, the deceit that has been dealt them by handlers of the team. Right after they qualified for the Premier League, then rumors went viral that they were contemplating selling the club to the then owner of Legon Cities, Mr. Richard Atipo. This was flatly denied by the team handlers, and they said they had no intention of doing that. And then they went on to promise the people of Techiman that their team is theirs and they are not taking it away from them, even including the traditional rulers. Now, eventually, what happens is that they sell the club, they fail to change the name, and then the issue is they decide to replace the Techiman 11 Wonders with Legon Cities who had been relegated. Don't forget, originally, Legon Cities, by virtue of their relegation from the Ghana Premier League, would revert to Zone 2 of the Access Bank Division 1 League. I said Zone 2, sorry, Zone 1 of the Access Bank Division 1 League, because it is All Stars, and so they will play in Zone 1. So Legon Cities now are playing in the Division 1 League within that region. And then 11 Wonders are playing in Accra, away from Techiman. So what the people decided to do was that if this is what you've done to us, then we also go ahead and curse you. It will never end well with you. So they have cursed them. Yes, they have cursed them. They have cursed them that they will suffer relegation and then they will be back to square one. And that is what has happened regarding 11 Wonders. So that is a spiritual side of things. It is not like they are playing with the goodwill of the people of Techiman. The people have decided to dissociate themselves from the club, and then they've gone ahead to invoke curses on them that they will suffer in the Ghana Premier League this season. So it is not surprising that the fate that they are currently enduring in the GPL has befallen them.
Wow, this is interesting. Ray, so
Nathan, you don't believe these things, but I'm telling you.
I don't.
If you like House of Folk, House of Folk, take House of Folk to any other place. You don't perform.
You see, I'm not saying I don't believe these things. These things are true. There's some of these things you can't explain. Like you take a team from their home base and then you say they should go and play their matches elsewhere.
Somewhere.
There's a certain thing you can't explain. You find that things don't really go too
Mr.
well.
People should have just, listened to the people and kept their club there.
You saw how Karela was struggling.
Yeah, Karela.
When they left Enginasi to
Look, let me tell you.
Tamale.
Do you know the Karela story?
What's the Karela story?
Chad was struggling when they left Enginasi.
Yeah.
He had to take that Fatah money.
To do what? The Fatah money. What do they use the Fatah money for? Is it my class? I read this last.
The Fatah money.
What do they use the Fatah?
To appease.
Hey. Do you have proof
Before
of what
Karela had peace up there.
I don't know about that. Last season they struggled though.
Yes.
It's not last season. The
last 2 seasons.
Okay, last 2 seasons too.
Struggled. But they realized that no. So let's call Aloy. Aloy can explain it well. Look, they had to come back.
They had to sort out
because one senator brought the
Heart
club.
of Lions are in Achimota.
Yeah.
That is where they train at Alajo. They stay in Achimota. They have everything that they do is here.
Okay.
They only go to Pando
to go and play
games.
If you like,
Don't even sleep.
Stop playing in Pando.
You understand? They go since 2007. The Nigeria come and Kung days and all that. They'll go a day before the game. They play the game and they don't sleep and
they come back.
Today, I think they went there for 2 weeks before the season for the new players to have confidence on the pitch and the people around. After that, they are in Accra. Yeah. They train, do everything at Alajo.
Yes.
They leave a day or 2 before the game. They go and they play and they come back.
And they come back.
It's Pandu Heart of Lions,
Yes.
not Achimota.
Not Achimota.
Don't go and play in Pando. Go and play anywhere you like.
Or for instance, taking the Olympics to
Beche.
So some of these things, you see.
So 11 Wonders, they should have kept 11 Wonders.
Ghana Premier League, like you said today,
Yeah.
it's a unique case.
Ghana Premier League is a very, very.
The dynamics around the league is unique, and people think that it's just let's go and play football as a professional club. This no, the football we play here. A lot of things go into it. A lot of sub matters, or a lot of matters that you think are trivial.
Yeah.
But they play a very, very huge role. And I think that people who want to invest in our game must learn to understand that side of the game too. Because when Senator Brigidi started Karela, when he started it, he got the buy-in of the people around in Yenasi.
He had quality players.
Yes.
He went to our start to have Sadiq Alassa, Ishmael Ganiu, Maswa Bako, Jan Vital from Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes.
And then he had Safu Taylor.
Jerry
Taylor, yes.
And Prim Da Costa.
They got quality.
Opoku, he was then the former captain of the UCC team and all that. And they had a squad.
Yeah.
So when you watch them play, you really enjoy. And so the people of Enginase,
they fell in love with
they fell in love with the team. So whether they play in Enginase, they move out and then come back. Kotoko was struggling to win.
Oh yeah, I remember the teams couldn't win.
Even Karela at the time, when you are going there, there's a road you don't have to use. If you use that road, you lose.
Don't cross the river.
Yeah. If you cross it, you lose. So teams will now have to go and win.
It was the same thing. It wasn't only Karela. There were a few teams that if you were traveling and you used a particular road, you are not getting.
So
anything.
you see, all of these things, when you are buying the club, you must understand it. So when we decided to take Karela up north, initially it was the same story. Oh, they were promised we were not going to move the club. They were going to play at Camp Park and everything, but they moved it. Then the struggles started. Struggling. But over time, they had to now understand that.
But this season, I think they are
one of the best sides.
They are not bad.
Yeah, they are
because for the first time in 2 or 3 seasons, if you look at their points build up, I think they've done well. Just that they play poorly against Kotoko.
And so
that's it.
If 11 Wonders want to be serious about staying in the Ghana Premier League, the 80-year-old coach here to help them.
The man is not 80.
Close to 80. Ugly side of 70. That's what they call it. It's on the ugly side of 70.
Listen,
so no, at this point,
respect Coach Shapiro's name.
Nathan, see, let me show you something. You see, I saw a Facebook post.
Where did you see it?
Oh, Nathan, you see, when I tell you something, you don't believe me.
No, I'm not saying I don't. So I'm asking where you saw it, so that
I saw it on Facebook.
We can all go and
I saw it on Facebook.
Whose account?
I saw it on Facebook. Then the thing was breaking news. Campo Academy parts ways with veteran coach J.E. Sapon.
J.E. Sapon. Joseph Emmanuel Sapon.
Yes. Then the story came. Why they sacked him?
Why did they sack
okay, you go. Zoneta, take your Facebook. There's an account. There's an account. You just Google. Just go to Google. Right, type. How old is Coach Sapon? Type that. Oh no. You see, no, for the avoidance of doubt. Oh, what does Michael do?
So he was sacked.
Michael do.
So he was sacked because of his age.
Oh no, wait. No, just just Google it. Nathan, what will come up?
I'm coming.
You see a Facebook link first. Oh, so everybody can do the exercise. How old is Coach? Have you seen it?
Wait, hold on.
Now, click on that Facebook story.
There are so many. Okay, hold on. Let me read it. Is it the one? Because the one I see here.
So click.
This one is from the.
This one to click.
This one is on the Accra Academy alumni Facebook page. They said, "Happy 76th birthday to the one and only Joseph Sapon Shapiro."
That one.
Coach Joseph Sapon Shapiro. They said 5. This is 10th June.
Michael, what did you get? What did you get when you clicked yours?
78.
Nathan doesn't want to tell me.
No, that's what I saw. I'm very honest.
No, so you go back. I'll show you. When I put it there, so it will give you the AI overview.
So we should
AI
go
overview.
Hold on.
When it gives you that one, there's a story. Breaking news. And it was on 2nd November 2025. Coach, this is my phone. Coach, this is my phone.
No, go ahead.
So Nathan, what do you see?
Which one? Which of the stories?
Let me see.
There's another Facebook post here.
What does it say? What does the Facebook say?
Okay, this one is from a portal. Okay, hold on.
And they tell you how he lost his job.
This one is a graphic.
Tempo.
Breaking news. Kempo Academy parts ways with veteran coach.
What's the name on the handle? What's the name that brought that story? And there's a story to it. So apart from
this one is just Mamie Kia.
Thank you very much. Click on that story.
But what has that got to do with
Nathan,
anything?
click it. I want Michael, you to click. I want you to read what is there. Okay. Just click it.
Okay, it says breaking news. Kempo Academy parts ways with veteran coach J.E. Sapon.
Good.
Kempo Football Academy, Ghana's premier platform for football talent. I don't know about that, but anyway, that's the story. Has announced the departure of veteran coach Joseph Emmanuel Sapon. The decision to relieve the 78-year-old trainer of his duties was finalized following the...
Not 76, right?
But this story says 78.
Yeah, 78.
But the Accra Academy account says he's 76.
And that was about 2 years ago.
No.
That's
They
about
said,
2 years
no,
ago.
that wasn't 2 years ago. They said it was a few months
let's
ago.
take the ugly side of 70. Let's go.
The decision to relieve following the club's recent tour, no problem. Sources close to the academy indicated that the founder and bankroller Kennedy Ajipong, popularly called Kempong or known as Kempong, made the move after a meeting with J.E. Sapong, a former Black Stars coach James Kwesi Appiah, a director of the academy at his airport residence. The primary reason cited for Sapong's exit was his advanced age, impacting his effectiveness. An anonymous source stated, quote, "It was quite clear that Coach Sapong's age has rendered him ineffective. He could not complete." Wait a minute. What's the meaning of
read it. So you
says he could not complete a single training session in Belgium. He's so weak and frail. End quote.
Later, leave it there. Me, no be me talk. The thing is online. When you go online, the story is there. You go now. Everybody can go and do their own research. Finish.
Raymond, you want to cry? Why? What is
This man.
do you know? Listen, Coach Sapong, look, when he comes after me, I can negotiate my way out. Oh.
But you know, be me talk. You go and
I can negotiate my way out. I can.
If I go
he was my PE teacher at the Grand
The thing is that Kwesi Appiah went to Kempong to have a discussion with him concerning his daughter's business and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then he went to meet Sapong, and then
the bankroller
there, and the man said, "Oh, Kwesi Trase," and he said to him straight away in his face, "Maybe I know. I was part of Kempong Academy."
Okay.
And this Musa Hamza thought I was going to Kotoko, and
yeah, okay.
We did a scouting,
Okay.
and then
So you are very familiar with the.
Oh, I was there. I was there before Jerome became the CEO.
Oh,
and then, of course, he left. Tom Kruger also came. Tom sent me this story. Charlie, Papa, that's how he be.
I see. Hey.
I mean, let's.
So you're saying that 11 Wonders, their appointments some way?
Oh, Nathan, November we are monitoring their matches. 4 matches.
4 matches. Vision, they play against.
Let's come back in December and talk about their appointment.
Okay, no problem. So for those who do not know Coach J.E. Sapong, his picture is on the stream. For the youngins, the Gen Zs who haven't heard of the legendary Shapiro.
Why he takes off the fight?
Oh. I told you a story about Shapiro. So back in Accra Academy, we went for intercore or something. And one of the guys in my class, I won't mention the guy's name for security reasons. Something like that, and I think they were hooting at Coach something. And then 3 days later, Coach Sapong came to the class. Like somehow he found the guy, then he came to warn the guy. He said, "Where are you from?" Then the guy mentioned some place in the Volta. He said, "You're from the Volta. I'm also from Inkonya. And you want to misbehave with me? Be very careful." Charlie, sorry.
Oh,
Coach Sapong there, if you misbehave, he will deal with you.
We have 70. We have 80-year-old coach.
Okay, no problem.
Small Yomo in the hair on the touchline.
Who is that 80-year-old? Coach Sapong is not 80. He's 76.
Okay, ugly side of 70.
Okay, you 11 Wonders. They play Vision, Midiama, Hohoe United, and Dreams. Those are the 4 games in November.
This is disaster.
We will observe. For all you know, 11 Wonders will do 4 in 4 and win 12 points sharp. That's the Shapiro effect.
Oh, the Sharp can take over Blasters there.
If you win 4 games, what are you talking about?
If you win all 4, we are giving him Black Stars.
Anyway, 9:45. Let's quickly touch on some of the European games. The biggest game in England is Man City v Liverpool. I'm sure we'll bring back Michael Asaibuedu there. Because let me take your thoughts. Some people say Man City are back. Are they back?
Back from where?
Back from not playing well and not winning games. This weekend they play Liverpool. Liverpool beat Real Madrid in midweek in the Champions League.
It's going to be a difficult game, to be honest with you. And I watched Liverpool Aston Villa. I was impressed with the performance of Liverpool, so I wasn't surprised they beat Real Madrid. I mean, you saw how they were able to block Vinicius and Mbappe, make sure that their midfield would exist. And when Salah is in form, Gakpo and the rest, of course, you see how they were pressing the Barbarians. And for me, I think that it is good for Liverpool, because at a point they were losing games that people were wondering why.
Lost 4 straight.
Ancelotti was doing that. But for Man City, I think Erling Haaland is the main man. He can't stop scoring. Foden, I think he's back to his form.
Yeah.
He's doing very well. And of course, Bernard Roma, I think in goal post. I mean, if you have a very good goalkeeper, you are always safe. in terms of attacking play or something. So it's going to be a difficult game. But the game is coming on at Etihad.
Yeah.
It's going to be a difficult. As an Arsenal fan, I would love that. I would love them to draw. But I think that it's going to be a difficult one. I tip City to pip Liverpool.
Wow.
Yes, I tip them to pip them.
What if Liverpool lock up Erling Haaland? Can they lock Erling Haaland up?
I think they can do that. It depends on what Konate will do. Because Van Dijk will not do that. Because he will play as more or less a sweeper, a leader, and also make sure that he does a lot of work on the left side if Robinson search forward. You know, he loves to run. He loves to run and he add up to the attacking play of Liverpool. So there's a lot of space on the left side. And more often, you could see
Van Dijk
there. So, of course, he has to go to Konate. And if he is able to handle him, I'm sure they are good to go. I mean, you look at the midfield of Man City, it is not like the days of Yaya Toure's and Kevin De Bruyne and the rest. Liverpool midfield is fun. Look at the three guys in midfield. Obviously,
Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and McAllister.
When they have their day, you are dead. And their 4-3-3 works for them. People have got to know how Pep Guardiola built his team from the back, how he tried to use the wide areas. And of course, I think that Duku is also doing very well.
Yeah.
Very, very well. I want to see whether Brady is going to be able to stop Vinicius. So it's going to be an interesting game, but I think that City stands a chance of winning this game.
Okay. Michael, your thoughts? Is the biggest game in the Premier League this weekend. Man City themselves, some people say they are back. They look good. They've looked good in the last few weeks. They take on Liverpool, who themselves are hoping to continue their resurgence. They got a win over Real Madrid. Before that, it was Villa. But Man City are a different type of animal, aren't they? And Liverpool will have to play above themselves if they want to get a very good result at the Etihad.
Well, yeah, I think for one, it has to do with the two teams and the approaches they've adopted in the past season or so. In the club Pep era, these were games that gave us like direct metal football, end-to-end action. You could see the two teams have a go at each other, and they gave us some classics. But I think in recent past, games between them have been more tactical than direct, and we've not really enjoyed it to that extent. Last season, City were not in the best of shape. Liverpool dominated in 2-0 wins. But I look at the Man City team this season, and I think they have been a vast improvement of the side they were last season. And Pep has kind of adopted a two-pronged approach. There are times where he goes direct. I don't know if it has to do with bringing on board someone like Pep Lijnders onto his coaching team, but they have semblance of the old typical Jurgen Klopp type. And in a game against Bournemouth, for instance, it was very surprising to see City were willing to shed some possession and then go direct at Bournemouth. And they did that to excellent success. In the first goal that Erling Haaland scored, they just put 5 passes together. Your typical Manchester City would have played like 10, 15 passes, circulated the ball across the pitch before they decided to even attack. But this time around, right from the defense straight to the middle, 5 passes or 5 touches, and then Erling Haaland was through on goal, and then he scored the first one. And if you check the Premier League statistics, I think it is Liverpool and Man City who lead for fast breaks, which we call the counter-attacks. They have 16 each. Liverpool 16 fast breaks, Man City 16 fast breaks. And it really goes to portray how direct they are. And I think if they are going to be very direct and confrontational with the approach in this game, then we could be in to witness the old Liverpool Man City classics that gave us goals and gave us exciting football. But if the coaches try to be very much tactical, too much technical, then we are going to see those games where the coaches play, they don't want to give or risk it, and then we are likely to see those ball draw games. So it depends on the approach that will be adopted by the two coaches. For instance, Arne Slot and his starting lineup, I think he picked a leaf from how he set up and then selected his team in the game against Aston Villa, and then he replicated it in the Madrid game. And we saw that Liverpool gave us 2 energetic performances. They were very smart without the ball, for instance, how they triggered their press. They were not high pressing, forcing Madrid into making mistakes. there were similarities to that of Aston Villa. I think in the Villa game, what they detected was that Villa had a goalkeeper who was not so comfortable passing the ball in Emi Martinez. And so when they do that high press, they will force some mistakes and then have a go at them. Because Liverpool's vulnerabilities were opponents attacking them with long balls. But in the game against Villa, Unai Emery decided to play from the back, and it suited Liverpool's play. Against Madrid, it was similar. Madrid decided to pass from the back, but Liverpool baited them to press, to play or build up forwards, and then they pressed them in the second layer of the Madrid build-up. I think they have been smart, and then they've been a bit confrontational, and it has helped them to recover from the slump that they were in. For Man City, they can go direct. They can also choose to go the typical old Man City way, but I don't think they have the goalkeeper to do that. In Donnarumma, you don't really have one of the best goalkeepers in terms of build-up plays and passes or distribution. So I don't know how Pep will go at this, but if the two coaches decide to go confrontational and direct, have a go at each other, trust me, it's going to be a very exciting game. But in terms of a game and where it will be played, I don't think City will allow to lose back-to-back home games to Liverpool in the Premier League, and they will have a go at them. They have variety, they have options, and I think it will allow Pep the luxury of decision-making in terms of how the game is started and then the in-game management. I am tipping City to be favorite, but it is a game where I see a lot of goals and the two teams scoring, especially if they decide to go direct. Maybe I will want to go for Man City to win. The worst for them will be a draw.
Well, sounds like a very potentially an exciting game. Liverpool won that game last season at the Etihad. We'll see how it goes. The full fixture list: Tottenham and Tottenham Hotspur, Man United start things off 12:30 on Saturday after Man United's 2-2 draw at Forest. Michael, what kind of Man United are we to expect? We saw Spurs win big in Europe in midweek. United will have to go to Spurs and see what they can get in the first game of the weekend.
I think United do well. It's interesting to note, but they are a side that has done well with less possession. So if Spurs are going to dominate possession, try to play something that is different from the typical Thomas Frank style of play, I think United will hurt them. But if Thomas Frank decides to lean into being very conservative and not really try to dominate play and allow Manchester United to have more of the possession so they can lay a trap for them, then they can affect Manchester United in that manner. And I say this because per the Premier League statistics, if you check, Ruben Amorim's side, Manchester United, have actually sat back, they've compressed space, and when they have not had a chunk of the ball, they mostly profit from counter-attacking situations where they use their direct speed from the attackers, especially from the right. Amad Diallo and then Brian Mbeumo, they've struck some wonderful rapport, and then they work very hard. Then they go for the long balls, use Benjamin Sesko as the target man. Then United will profit from the second balls in the third man or the second man runs that will be made by the likes of Brian Mbeumo or Matheus Cunha. And it is working for them. The statistics reveal that in games where United have had less than 50% possession, they have won 4, drawn 1, and they remain unbeaten with a points per game ratio of 2.6. In games where they have had the most possession, that is 50% or more, they have played 5, won 1, drawn 1, and lost 3. So this is a United team that are not so comfortable when they have a chunk of the possession. And we saw that in the game against Nottingham Forest. It was a typical Sean Dyche performance. What he did was that they baited Manchester United, allowed them possession, and then when it mattered most, Nottingham countered, and then they attacked Manchester United, eventually scoring goals against them. Tottenham have such a team, and they have such a coach, and I think if Thomas Frank decides to be conservative, it will be a difficult game for Manchester United. So it rests on these points or these tangents. If United have much of the ball possession, Spurs will beat them. If they are going to split it and make it even, then United do stand a chance. But it will be an exciting game to witness. And maybe set plays will likely decide how this game pans out eventually. Spurs are excellent from utilizing set pieces. Man United not so good in defending set pieces. I think it will get to that point where it becomes not really an exciting game to watch, and then set plays will need to decide who gets to win or who does not win.
Well, we'll see how it goes. The full fixture list: Tottenham Hotspur versus Man United, Everton, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Sunderland versus Arsenal, and then Saturday night's 8 p.m. game is between Chelsea and Wolves. Managerless Wolves, they are going to Stamford Bridge to play. Chelsea should get this one. Chelsea should pick this one. After the disappointment of not beating Karabakh, I think Chelsea will show a reaction. I think they will show a reaction, and they should be able to win. The challenge, Michael, is whether or not, or who is the next Chelsea player, probably in defense, to have a strange performance. Last weekend, it was, I'm trying to remember, who was at fault for the Sunderland goal? There was a spare Chelsea defender, ball watching.
Okay, so that was Chalobah, Trevor Chalobah.
Yes, Trevor Chalobah. And then in midweek, it was Jarrell Hato, I think, who was misconducting himself at the back. This weekend, I don't know who again will show up as the Chelsea defender, but I don't expect Wolves to offer so much of a problem. Even though the League Cup game from a few weeks ago was an exciting one late on, managerless Wolves, there shouldn't be a problem for Chelsea, should they? But Chelsea can be a problem to them, to their own selves.
Yeah, but it's a game that Chelsea are highly favored to win.
Yeah.
And if you don't win, I'll be very surprised. One, in the fact that they will be playing at home. And then two, by virtue of knowing this opponent that they are facing, Wolves are not in the best of times and not in the best of shape. Chelsea have been very inconsistent. There are times where they give you a performance that makes you marvel and think that this is a team that you can actually watch out for. Then the next weekend, they disappoint you. So you can't really tell which Chelsea team shows up. But I think with Maresca having a full strength side, and having options, especially in attack, Liam Delap is available, so he will likely start him as a main striker and then play João Pedro as a complementary striker. And I think that is where he functions most efficiently. But Chelsea have been noted for self-detonating, and they mostly inflict much of the suffering on themselves. And they will need to find ways to be consistent, more focused, and avoid some of these slips. It is actually affecting their season. And it looks like they've never really recovered in the injury that Levi Cole suffered. And he's proven to be Chelsea's most important central defender. But I believe that with the availability of someone like Wesley Fofana, he will bring some leadership and some command at the back. And whoever gets to pair with him should be able to deliver a performance that is very encouraging. I watched Fofana, and then I think Chalobah play against Spurs, and then they stifled the Spurs attack. They limited them to short, and I want to believe that they will carry on from there, draw confidence from that performance, and not necessarily the Karabakh game, and then improve and play a very good game against Wolves. If Chelsea do not win this game, I'll be utterly surprised, and I hope they win also without a red card.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, the Chelsea red card trend. Hopefully they should break that. Before that game on Saturday, Sunderland versus Arsenal, that should be an interesting one. Granit Xhaka this week has been speaking about his time at Arsenal and with Arteta and all of that. That should be a fascinating game. Sunderland themselves have started very well this season. In other matches on Sunday, Villa versus Bournemouth, Brentford versus Newcastle, Crystal Palace taking on Brighton, which is the derby. Is it the M16 or the A? I can't seem to remember which one it was. And then Nottingham Forest versus Leeds. And then the big one, Manchester City versus Liverpool. All right, that's how I wrap it up this morning on the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan Kwame. Many thanks. Michael, before I let you go, which Ghana Premier League match venue will you be at this weekend? What will you be keeping your eye on?
Today I'm on the road to Abrankese for Nations FC versus Hohoi. Then tomorrow we would have to make that trip to Doma for Ediana Midiama. Okay, busy weekend for you. We'll catch up on Monday. Hopefully I should see you somewhere on my television. In terms of the live game. Michael, stay safe, take care, safe trip, and we'll speak again on Monday, God willing. All right. Thank you very much, Nathan.
Great. Michael Asaibodi joining us as usual. Thank you so much to you, our listeners. This has been the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan. I did this with Raymond Nyamado, Coach Ebenezer Sefa, and to you out there, our listeners. Many shouts to my production team, Abigail Sena Susu, and the